Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all...
All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Had a little minor hiccup there before we got started. Delta One, welcome to the stream. Andre Vandal, welcome to the stream. Cobalt Wifey, I love you. Thank you for being here too. I'm glad you guys are here and tuning in. Sorry, little hiccup. For some reason, my No Man's Sky wants to close every time I start the stream. I don't know what that is. It's got something to do with OBS and No Man's Sky. Apparently, they're not friends with each other or something. But I'm glad you guys are here. If you guys haven't checked out Andre Vandal, he's a great content creator. I've been watching him. He's been doing a game called Starve. Love that game. It was kind of cool. Delta One, another great content creator. If you guys haven't checked out these streamers, you guys got to check them out. After the stream, I will drop a link to their channel in the description of the video after the stream. If you guys haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And also, in the last episode, before the No Man's Sky Expedition, Liquidators Expedition 14, we were doing a live playthrough series. I was waiting for the world's update before we made it to this point. At the last episode, we had finished the Purge quest line in No Man's Sky, and we reset the Atlas, and it dropped us on a planet in a galaxy called Eissentam. And when we went through the portal or whatever, it brought us to the Atlas, and when we reset the Atlas, it kicked us out to this galaxy. Well, all of our technology and everything that we had was broken. That's why we switched our multi-tools and our starship, but everything in our backpack was broken. I fixed a little bit of that before the stream. Right? Check out Andre. Andre's a lot better than Delta. I can't believe Delta. You know, I was watching Delta on 1440 high definition last night during a stream, and I looked at him and I said, oh my God, he needs to shave. He's got all that stuff on his face, right, Delta? I didn't realize it was that bad. I've been watching you on 720, and as soon as I switched to 1440, I can't believe it. Typo, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I'm just kidding, Delta. Your beard looks good. I'm glad you trimmed it up. You look a lot better. Hopefully that vacation was good for you and your family. But where was I at? Oh yeah, I fixed up a lot of the technology before we got started this stream, so we could just take off and get right into the meat and potatoes of this episode that we're going to do tonight. Basically, what we're doing is we're going to find ourselves a place to live on this planet. Since it's a paradise planet, why not set up a home base here? Because that's what we need to do. Not to mention our quest line here. We need to go to the space anomaly. We're going to go to the space anomaly and check those guys out, see what Nada's doing, see if Nada's still the same person or whatever. Then we're going to start the Dreams of the Deep quest line. We'll do that here in the Eissentam Galaxy. All we got to do is find a water planet. And once we get through with the Dreams of the Deep, that will give us a Nautilus submarine exocraft. So hopefully you guys are prepared. So if you are, kick back, throw your feet up, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get going. All right, first thing we're going to do is hop into our ship, jump in, jump out, always make that save. check this out. We got comms already and we haven't even taken off yet. Let's see what's going on. Grah! Pathetic sentinels challenge Viking. Settlement, blah, 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 will not be, blah, 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 blah. All warriors to us. Grah! The overseer has, though the transmission is infused with static and its alien speech garbled, one thing unmistakable. This life form is in great distress. Their broadcast contains a set of coordinates. The transmission's pre-recorded hologram fades as I shut down my starship communicator. Their coordinates point to a nearby planet. And this starts a planet in distress quest line, boys and girls. And let's hop out real quick. I want to check this marker out before we take off. That marker for a planetary settlement is on this planet. All right, Delta, we'll see you in a little bit. Typo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a couple weeks. Everybody's been on this Liquidator's Expedition binge, I should say. Everybody's been hitting that thing pretty good. But what we're going to do first, we'll wait with the planet in distress. We're going to go up to the space anomaly first. We have to talk to Nada before we do anything. And once we're done talking to Nada, we'll come back to this planet and we'll check out that settlement and maybe we'll set up a base here as well. So now that we're up here in space, let's pulse out a little bit. Perfect. That should be far enough away from the planet. Let's call in the space anomaly. We'll head in there and see what Nada and Ares and Helios and all those guys got to say. Maybe something's changed. I don't know. Since we came to the Eissentam Galaxy, it could be a lot different than the previous galaxy. If you guys don't understand the concept of physics with the alternate realities, Eissentam Galaxy is possibly an alternate reality. All right, look, it's pretty busy up in here, everybody. I got multiplayer on. If you guys didn't notice, that's the first time I've had that on in a while. I was playing on my main save the other day, trying to catch up and get a few things taken care of. So let's talk to Nada and see what they got to say. Is it first? Is it last? Welcome regardless, traveler entity is always welcome aboard our home. Nada, guess what happened? If you have something to tell me, traveler entity, Nada chooses not to hear. You are welcome aboard our home. Leave Nada to peace. So basically, Nada knows what happened. He just don't want to talk to us. As long as he still exists, that's all that matters. Let's go talk to Polo, see what he's got to say. Polo. You have spoken to Nada. Joy, new arrivals, new friends. Let's tell Polo the truth. Do not speak, friend. Nada tells me, it is first, it is last, so it goes. Some things I do not want to discover. And there we go, boys and girls. Pretty much everything on the space anomaly has stayed the same. Now you can go and do whatever you want to do from this point in the game, but there's a few things that we're going to do, like tie up a couple of those loose quests, like Dreams of the Deep and that kind of stuff. We're going to do that. And we're going to set up a base in the Eissentam Galaxy. All our bases that were in the Euclid Galaxy are still there, and we can use a base teleporter to travel back and forth between the two as long as we have a teleporter set up at our base. There we go, just collecting a few extra nanites because we need those in case we're going to start buying some new technologies and things like that. Hopefully in this series, I will show you guys how to do a Quicksilver mission as well, so you can collect Quicksilver. Oh, here, let's go over here. If you guys have been doing your expedition, check this out. This is where you come. As you can see up here on top of this kiosk, this little stand, you can see up here, there's a bar up there, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, 5 sections on it. This is where you pick up the community rewards for the expedition at. That little bar tells you where they're at. They're already into section 3 and about halfway through section 4 of the personal community rewards. So we can come in here if you haven't collected them in your save yet, your expedition save. If you have, you come in here and you collect these items. Like this is the liquidator left arm, and this is the liquidator's left, or the liquidator's legs. I haven't collected the rest of the rewards yet in my expedition save. So when you do, these will be free when you come in to here. Otherwise, you have to pay Quicksilver for those, and you get the Quicksilver from the doing Quicksilver missions. Here we go. I collected the arm because I already checked that out. That was about a week ago I checked that out, since we completed that with that live playthrough series. If you guys haven't checked that out, check it out. I got it in my videos. But this is where we get our Quicksilver from. As you can see, during the week, like a Tuesday night that it is, we only get 400 Quicksilver. But on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you get one weekend mission for 1,800 Quicksilver, and the rewards are always random. You'll always get that 1,800 Quicksilver, but whatever it is, like this repair kit, that could be Hadal cores, that could be batteries, that kind of stuff. It's randomly generated. But you can also do these other missions to get yourself nanites and rewards. So later, we will do a Quicksilver mission, but we're not going to do that as of yet. Also, I'll show you here again. For your expedition rewards that you guys have collected during the expedition are right down here, the expedition rewards. And as you can see, these are the ones that I don't own yet on this save, but you can come in here and let's see, appearances, base building parts. Here's Expedition 14's rewards. I've gotten all of the rewards. I just haven't collected them all yet. And as a matter of fact, while we're here, I'm going to start collecting these things. So we have these because that's a pretty cool body armor from this expedition. And who doesn't want a few extra decorations for their base as well, right? I'm not going to collect the companion. You can if you want. It's a little egg. It hatches. And you can have yourself a little pet with that. But that's where you get your expedition rewards. So let's jump back into our ship. Jump back out. Make that hard save once you do that here. This way, in case anything happens once you leave the anomaly. Let's get back out to where the planet is. And we'll go check out that settlement. Let's do that. Where's that settlement at? It was on this planet. I missed it. Where'd it go? Let's pulse down to the planet. Hopefully we can find the marker. Here we go. Go into our missions, and we'll do the planet in distress. That should throw up the marker on the planet. There it is. Always check your logs. This way you can find out what mission you're on. Otherwise, it gets a little confusing. You know what I'm saying? And No Man's Sky is notorious for changing your quest line on you when you're not paying attention. Next thing you know, you'll be traveling halfway across the galaxy thinking you're going to one marker and you're actually going to another. So always, always check your logs. What is that? Oh, that's nice. We got some star bramble pretty close, but check this out. There's like a little village here, right? We're going to land on the outskirts of this little town. And we'll go over and see what's going on. Okay, they said they were being attacked. This is a planetary settlement detected. Outpost status vulnerable. This is Yokono's Cove. That's the name of the settlement or the little village. So let's get ourselves ready. We'll run through here. Now in the center of town, this is called the town square or whatever. Oh, we got to talk to this guy first. Hold on. Underling photo. Let's see what he's got to say. Friend, you blah 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 to help, yes? This settlement must be the source of the distress signal. What are they doing here? Building a life exposed to the harsh planetary existence, battered by the elements. What about the distress signal, dude? Before I can speak, I hear the wail of a siren. A hostile buzz descends upon the town. Serious Lee's, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys haven't checked out Seriously Lee's Gaming, check him out. He's doing a really awesome playthrough series called The Frigateer. Very good, very good. The Sentinels have arrived. Uh-oh, this is why I said make sure your weapons are ready, because there are some sentinels attacking the settlement. So be careful. There should be about 6 or 7 of them, if I do recall. There we go. Got a little stun on them. Be prepared if you guys aren't ready for this. They will attack you. They like to heal each other. So this is why I like to keep them stunned. Take care of each one, because with the dissonant sentinels, they like to heal each other. Come on now. What's the delay there? There we go. You hear the little chime. That means this attack is over. We saved the village. So let's go around. Let's pick up all our little barrels that we got around here so we can pick up some extra nanites and that kind of stuff. Perfect. Now we go talk to this guy. He's the one that sent out the distress signal. So let's see what he's got to say. Right? If it's telling you to warp away, seriously? Yeah, if it's telling you to warp away more than one system, definitely check your mission log. Blah, blah, blah. Friend, blah, 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 blah. I have no idea what that dude is saying to me. The little alien hops around, grateful for my assistance in fighting the sentinels. But it is clear they are tired, worn down from the fight. If no one helps them, I fear their settlement will not last much longer. Perhaps I could assist these settlers. The overseer position appears to be newly vacant. And at this point, boys and girls, like I said, I was going to show you the town square. This pillar in the center of the settlement is the town square. And this is the console where you come to right here to see if you want to be the mayor of this settlement. Accessing planetary settlement interface. Access granted. Current overseer status. Missing or deceased. Overseer position presumed vacant. Apply for settlement management. So let's apply to be the overseer. And as you can see, here's what the settlement looks like and what it has going on. As you can see, it's a C-class settlement. If you get a C-class settlement, you can help it grow to be possibly a S-class settlement that produces very good products. But as you see, it's got a population of 37 people. Its happiness is 18%. Its happiness directly affects the productivity of the settlement. The productivity is what counters the maintenance cost. The higher your productivity, the less your maintenance costs will be. And these features down here correlate with that. Anything you see in green is a positive that helps your settlement, and it reduces maintenance costs, that kind of thing, but it helps accelerate your productivity. And we got Sentinel alert level. Basically, the little settlers in the settlement are running around working, banging, clanging, mining resources and that kind of thing. They're actually making noise, and that attracts the attention of the sentinels. So the sentinels will attack your settlement periodically. So you got to be aware of that. You could be flying anywhere in the galaxy and you'll get an alarm or a warning from your settlers telling you to come back, that they're getting attacked. And it's good policy to always find the nearest portal and teleport back to your settlement. These like these red icons down here, they tell you that that's a negative impact on your settlement. Now, you'll be given choices as you go along as the settlement overseer to fix these things to possibly make them green. And as long as you're making them green, that helps out your settlement and your overall happiness with your settlers as well. And eventually you'll be in the positive because your productivity doesn't equal your maintenance cost in the beginning. So you're losing money. So the quicker you can get green status markers, that will help with your productivity. You can set up let's see, little stores, little marketplaces, that kind of thing. You can set those up in your village, in your settlement. Whoops, I backed out. My bad, boys and girls. I apologize. There's Cobalt Dale getting excited to show you guys something. And I didn't accept the job. So down here, we're going to seize the settlement authority. So now we're going to become the mayor or the governor of this settlement. So there we go. And as you see, the marker changed to the location. What this does is it brings us over here to where we can build the mayor's office for ourselves. So this is why I tell you guys to always pick up a few extra materials. Check this out. They want us to supply 210 silicate powder. This is phase 1 of the mayor's office build. There are 3 phases to every building when you build a building in your settlement. There will never be any more and there'll never be any less. And you have to have certain types of materials. The bigger or more complex the build is, the more valuable or rare the materials are to build that settlement. But since we got 210 silicate powder in our inventory already, otherwise you have to mine dirt. But as you're in the settlement, you can't mine the dirt here. From that pillar that I showed you in the center of town in Town Square, you have to go 275 units in any direction before you can start mining into the dirt or the ground. Uh-oh, what's going on, Andre? What happened? I see your message was retracted. What happened? What'd you say? Did you say a wordy dirt? I hope not. So we started the construction terminal. As you can see, the build time takes 1.5 minutes. For each phase of this building, it takes 1.5 minutes. But there are other buildings in the settlement that we can build, like these apartment buildings or these manufacturing facilities, that kind of thing. Some of those things will take 1.5 hours per phase, 1.5 hours to 2 hours per phase. So it'll give you time to go do what you want elsewhere in the galaxy by starting other quests and things like that. Once we get our overseer's office up and going, you can look in between the little barriers too. You can watch the construction. There's little drones. You can see them flying around. They're the ones that are building the mayor's office. So we don't have to. You know, got a little bit of robotic slave labor. There you go. As you can see, there's the first phase of it. The door is right here where this marker is. But you can see it's a stone building. And it's a pretty decent looking building. It's a prefab building, so we're doing all right. Now we got to do the second phase. Come in here and we need to supply materials. I don't have any metal plating on me, so guess what? We got to make some metal plating. Nice, right? This is how the building process happens for your settlement. Anytime they offer you those kinds of things. So this will literally take us 10 minutes to build this this settlement from start to finish, or the mayor's office, I should say, not the settlement. 10 minutes from start to finish to build that. Eventually we'll have landing pads and things like that landing all around this settlement, where we can have like traders at a trade depot and stuff. They'll come in and they'll visit your settlement and things like that. They'll even have like your settlers want to have you build like, maybe they want you to build a farm, or maybe they want you to build a farmer's market, that kind of thing. So they'll give you little missions and little jobs to do as you're messing around here in the settlement, or while you're out doing other things that will help with your productivity, which is pretty cool. This is actually a pretty long, drawn out process for building a settlement, that kind of thing. But it's actually over time management. You're basically just a settlement manager, to where you can do in any other quests. Like I said, we're going to do the Dreams of the Deep. Once we get our settlement up and running and we have a little bit extra time, then we will do that. But like I said, this is going by pretty quick, so you guys will check this out. And this, doing the settlement, you have to complete certain quests building the settlement in order to trigger the Autophage quest line. This is trigger number 2. Just so you guys are aware, there are 3 triggers to the Autophage quest line, and this is one of them, starting your settlement. Usually some people start them really early. I start mine a little later. As soon as the main quest line, the Purge, is done, that's usually when I like to start my settlement phase. This way it gives me a little bit of extra time, and I can go out and do some exploration and things like that. So if you guys didn't know that, the 3 triggers are getting yourself a Sentinel interceptor, getting a communication with an Autophage robot head, which you can find at a dissident camp, and doing the lay laps quest line from your settlement. Once you get those 3 done, the Autophage quest will trigger as soon as you do 1 warp in your Sentinel Interceptor to a different star system. Sometimes it will trigger in your regular starship, and that'll help you out. Basically, the Autophage will want to take control of your starship, thinking that it's an unmanned starship kind of thing. Look at this. We're almost done with this phase, 80%. Cool. So we're almost there. Look, we've almost got the roof built on this bad boy. Once we get this thing done, the mayor's office will automatically have a teleport terminal in it. So you can teleport back to your other bases or that kind of thing. Check it out. It's done, boys and girls. Now we can go into our office and check it out. Look at this. We even got employees in here already. Planetary specialist. He's just hanging out in the mayor's office, you know. Got to rub elbows with the Richie Rich. But this is the mayor's console and everything here. This is our teleport terminal. And we got a few computer servers in here. But what I want to do, this is what I do every time I start a settlement, is I go into my build menu. One of the only things you can build in the settlement is a save beacon. And that's what I do. I place a save beacon down. This way, this saves us a lot of time and a lot of trouble. So we'll place that down, right? Hit that save beacon. Now we own this settlement. That's ours. And if anything happens, we can reload. So let's come over here to the mayor's console. Check this out. We're going to view the settlement status. Now, as you can see, our productivity is 156,000 a day to 271,000 a day maintenance costs. So we're losing roughly about 120 to 125,000 units a day. So we need to get that fixed up, because you can see down here, this is our debt for our settlement. You could go bankrupt. I haven't reached that number. Usually I can get it out of the red before anything happens to the settlement. Appreciate that, Delta. Thank you very much for adding Serious Lee's link in the chat. Appreciate it. Thank you. Don't worry about it, Andre. Your typos, we can always fix those. Half of us can read gibberish. It's really scary, isn't it? But this is our debt. And what we need to do is get these things out of here, which will be jobs or side quests for our settlement, in order to turn them into a green marker. So let's go in here one more time. You got to back out, and then look, a construction opportunity right away. Citizens have submitted renderings for the development of both a new landing pad and a generator room. Data indicates a 55% approval rating for the landing pad, while 54% approve of the generator room. And you can come up here and look, and it shows you begin construction on a landing pad. So we'll get 39,000 units per day in productivity from the landing pad, or from the generator room of 21,922. That's a lesser denomination. You could take that if you really want to, but I want to make as much money as quickly as possible. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to accept the Starship dock, and this will give us a landing pad in our settlement. Now, if you make a wrong choice at any time, that's why I put a save beacon up in my settlement. This way, if it's the wrong choice, I can always reload the restore point and make the right choice, so I don't lose or make a mistake and have an ill effect on my settlement, so it can go up to an S class. So I'm going to choose the Starship dock. And now that we got that done, don't hit that save beacon. Go back outside and look around your settlement. There's a marker on the other side of the settlement for some reason. It's way over here. But as you can see, we'll fly over here and we got ourselves a little construction site, boys and girls. You can peek in between the cracks and stuff, or jump the wall, whatever you want to do. There's nothing in here. It's empty area. But as soon as we start the construction, we need to come up with some materials for this, and let's see what we get. Materials, 120 chromatic metal. So that's not bad. That's actually a pretty decent material to start that construction with. And as you can see in the bottom right there, boys and girls, we got 59 minutes, an hour before the first phase of this landing pad is done. Apparently the settlers are moving pretty slow, but that's okay. For some reason, we got something going on in the mayor's office. We got ourselves a visitor. So let's go back over here and check out what the visitor says. Ooh, I want to look around the building. Look at this. We got ourselves a little water silo. Got a few little bits and bobs. Radio antennas. Look at their satellite dishes. Oh, we got 2 water towers. Cool. Perfect. All right. So now that we started that, check this out. I will hit that save beacon again. No, that's not new, Andre. Building a save beacon in the settlement. It says, is that new that you can only build a save beacon? I have a base computer at my settlement, but it's an old one. Now, see, I haven't been able to build a base computer in my settlement. For some reason, it just doesn't allow you. See, now maybe inside the mayor's office. No, you can't build a base at the settlement. You can't build anything except for a save beacon. You can build like your signal booster, that kind of thing. You can build a research unit, computers and things like that, but you can't build like a base or any kind of buildings or structures at the settlement, Andre. Yeah, it's yeah, the only thing you can build is a save beacon, simple things that you can pick up and take with you. But there's no permanent structure building at the settlement. You have to go 250, 275 units away from the center of the settlement before you can start building. Now, people know there's a trick to overlapping your settlements and that kind of thing to where you can build a base and have some of your base parts inside the settlement. I haven't done that yet. I'm not that much of a glitch builder kind of person. So, yeah, I haven't done that. So as far as I know, for vanilla wise, there's no way to build inside the settlement itself. You could build your base on the edge of the settlement, but you'll never be able to build into it. Not very new. I have all my settlement bases computers 300 units away. I think you can move them closer after you set up the base, though. Really? Is that through base extension, seriously? I don't understand. Yeah, see, that's while you can't build a base computer in the settlement, you can put it on the edge of it, and your settlement, your base will overlap the settlement with the 250 unit radius. That's the only way I know of how you get building parts into it. Otherwise, there's no other way. Like I said, you guys hit the save beacon before you come over to the mayor's computer, because see, we have a agreed a settlement visitor. So let's go in and talk to him. And look, we can choose 2 different outcomes for this guy. If we make the wrong choice, we can reload and make the right choice next. But let's see. Drill Warrior Iwajiwu has fled another settlement after a violent quarrel. They promise they have much to offer the settlement, including their skills as a mercenary. Now, you can allow this guy to join your settlement. Now, not every mission is going to be the same as what I'm doing, but these are the processes or the steps, and I'll walk you guys through these kinds of things. As you can see, this adds the feature professional mercenary, right? That takes away one of those red markers that we have in our settlement description, and that'll give us a +1 population growth, but it's going to cost us 12,000 units a day in maintenance. That's okay. I would rather pay $12,000 a day in maintenance to have one of those red markers removed. Otherwise, you don't see anything over here. If you have them taken away, then you don't get any effect to your settlement. So I'm going to choose this guy right here. And that's going to cause our base, our settlement, to take a little bit more of a bigger debt. So you can go into view settlement status. And look, we had just this green one. Now we have another green one. We got the professional mercenaries. But our maintenance cost a day went up $12,000 from $1,270 something to $283 now. So we're gaining a little bit faster on the debt, but that's okay. Once we get our construction completed on our landing pad in our settlement, that'll make a difference. So let's go into our log and we're going to check the settlers. What is that? Yeah, it's the settlers. Now that that's chosen, look down in the bottom right. We got 54 minutes before the first phase is completely done. So what we need to do is go find something else to do, boys and girls. So let's go Where's our starship? Let me look around here. We got to find out where we parked, right? I lost my ship. Here it is. So what we're going to do, since we're on a paradise planet, and it's actually pretty decent. It's got a few sentinels on it. I haven't seen a storm yet, but I'm sure there's going to be. If there's sentinels here, there's got to be storms. So let's go up into space a little bit. What I want to do is look around, see if there's any water on this planet. I haven't even checked out the planet to see if there's any water or not. Doesn't really matter. We can set up a home base here. It seems like a pretty pleasant planet for the most part. Let's go farther up into space. Uh-oh. As you can see down the bottom right, a citizen dispute has arisen. Use the space station teleporter to quickly return to your settlement. Now, we can go right away for something like that. It doesn't really matter. It'll stay there until you go back to your settlement. But let's check it out. Let's see. Because see, we put that save beacon and we marked our settlement. So if anybody else comes into the system and they want to see our settlement or whatever, they can see that it's already been taken, that kind of thing. But let's, I don't see any water on this planet. That's a shame, but it's all right. We want to get our first base built up here anyways, right? Okay, Lee, I appreciate that. You see what Lee is saying? You can put the computer 300 units away, then you just build parts into the settlement. As you place parts, it will extend the base radius into the settlement. No glitchery required. So there's no glitch building. I just usually find somewhere else to build my base. I usually don't build right next to the settlement. But you know what? I'm going to try what Lee is telling us right here. We're going to fly back up into space. I'm going to fly back over to the settlement. And we're going to try building a base right next to it. How about that? Oh, not high enough. Got to leave the atmosphere. Go figure, right? You're never just high enough. All right. We should be up plenty enough now. We can get there in a few seconds. So how was you guys' weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend or what? Delta Creator, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. How was your vacation? Mama, I know you were on vacation for a while and you guys got back early. Glad to see you here. All right, so there's our settlement. Let's find a good location around here. There's a lot of big, huge craters and stuff. So let's go over here. I think this looks like a good area. We'll come land over here real quick. This should be far enough away from that settlement, hopefully. Let's see. How far is that? 391 units. Yeah, we're a little bit too far away. Excuse me. Let's see, 327. So let's get a little closer. We're going to do what Lee said. We're going to give this a shot. All right, 278 units. This looks like a good spot underneath some shade trees here. Let's go in and let's build ourselves a base, boys and girls. Now, as you can see, the base computer is here. The closer we get to that settlement, let's check this out. Let's see how close we can get before we can't build that base computer. Yeah, there's 230 units. Oh, right there. How far is that? 220 units from the village, boys and girls. So check this out, Lee. You see where the distance is. I'm 221 units away from the settlement, the mayor's office or what have you. Our save beacon is 224. So about 225 units away is where you can build your base computer. Let's walk over here. Now look, that is a hexagon settlement. So your base computer will be caught on the corners, that kind of thing. So let's see here. How far are we here? 222? Yeah, so 225 to 250 units. I usually take a good rule of thumb as 275. This way ain't got too much of a problem. But let's step out. Now, since we stepped out of the radius of the settlement, we could go, no, we can't even fly into fly mode to build our base computer. So let's just throw our base computer down right here and we'll give it a shot. Let's go blue and white. You know how that is. Cobalt Dale's got to have his blue. There we go. Now we got our base computer down. Let's claim ourselves an Eissentam base. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. All right. So now our base computer overlaps with the settlement because of the 250 unit radius as well. So now that we did that, let's see if we can build a building. Let's just choose a wall. It doesn't matter what part you choose. Check it out. Now we can get as close as we possibly can to the settlement to build our base. Maybe we could be overlooking on the cliff. That would be kind of cool, right? Because look, we're getting pretty close to the settlement now. Climb top of this hill a little bit. And that'd be pretty awesome if we could build some of our base parts into the settlement. That's pretty cool. Check it out. So we're on the cliff overlooking our settlement. So let's do this. We're going to build, let's go into the prefab buildings. I'm going to do this here. We're going to put one of these in. Let's see. Right up here will be good. So we can build a little foundation for our building. What's going on here? Oh, there's a hole right there. I see what's going on. All right. Let's go with the gray and black rusted. So we got ourselves a good foundation. Kaboink. There we go. We could stack on the top or below. Let's put one below. Now, let's take and put a cylindrical room. Make that blue and white with some wood. This way, we got ourselves, hopefully, facing the settlement. All right, we got that. Let's put a couple of glass corridors on this bad boy. We'll put 2 on each side, so we got ourselves a little bit of room to build out with. There we go. And let's go in, put a door on this. Black and yellow, rusted. There we go. This way we can attach a landing pad to this bad boy so we can have somewhere to land our starship. And if you guys didn't know this, here, we'll zoom out a little bit more so you guys can see. There's a control panel on the landing pad. As you can see where that thing is, it's right close to the door. Now it's moving away. I put my console away from the farthest distance away from the building. This way, when I land my starship, it lands to where when I jump out of the cockpit of my starship, I'm closest to the door. So check this out. I'm going to jump up to the landing pad here so I can show you guys this. This is how I learned how to do my landing pads. You guys can have it face any direction, but the left side of your cockpit when you land in your ship will always appear closest to the control panel. So our starship will now land right there facing this way. So when we jump in our starship, check it out. We'll jump in, jump out. We're always closest to the door for our settlement. Let's build a couple of solar panels here so we can get some power to our little base. I like to throw them up here. As long as 3 legs are in contact with the building, the solar panels will work. I'm going to put 4 of them down. That should be just enough power. Be careful. It will try to build your solar panels inside on the floor panels. I try not to do that because that takes up valuable real estate when you're setting up your base. But I will build the battery. We'll go black and yellow for that. And we'll go inside. I like to stick the battery inside. Just one. That's all you need. Stick that battery inside because once that's inside, now you can come inside and check your power grid. This way you know exactly how much you're making. It's not daylight yet, but that's okay. We'll start generating power just soon enough. Let's get a couple more pieces built onto our base here. so we can expand a little bit. Since we can do that, thanks Lee for teaching me that. I didn't know you could do it like that. I appreciate that. If you guys haven't checked out Serious Lee's Gaming, check out his channel. He's actually a pretty good content creator. He kind of inspires me to do a few videos like his. There we go. We'll color these blue and white. I'm going to put one there, one over there. And in the back here, I'm going to put cuboid rooms because I want to put storage in here. So we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our storage boxes. If you put one on each side, so that's 10 storage boxes, and one extra storage box for our teleporter. So we can build a teleporter inside. Whoops. Let's run back here real fast. So we can build a teleporter at the end of our cuboid rooms. Let's color this red and white. Yay. So it's all fancy, you know what I'm saying? As soon as we get enough power to our base, all that'll be powered up, and then we'll have storage boxes as well. So let's do that. We'll get some storage boxes going. I'm going to jump up on top of the building so we got a better aerial view, and our circle of radius is there. Make sure we got plenty of materials. Yes, we do. We got plenty of magnetized ferrite and sodium. So let's go. This is where I'm going to put my storage boxes. Always make sure you can see the little circle, the little galactic trade terminal circle on the box. Make sure that's always pointing into your building. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to access it from inside. And let's do lilac and purple. This way it's a cool looking box, and we're going to make it wood. This way the numbers on the boxes will appear a lot better. There we go. We'll switch those out, get these put in. Boom. Now we got that there. Let's switch it to the next box. There we go. Cool, we're getting these put in. So our base is going to be pretty set up. We're just waiting for daylight now. Can't get the sunlight soon enough. And if you have any problems, oh, look at there, boys and girls. Epic fails by Cobalt Dale. You saw it here first, folks. Look at there. I placed my storage box on the bottom of the base. Oh. Never fails. All right, let's go back into the build menu. We missed box number 8. So let's get that bad boy set up in there. Hopefully it stayed the same color. Yes, it did. Perfect. There we go. So that gives us our little storage containers now. Let's go back inside and see if we made any mistakes or any glitches happened for putting our storage boxes in. Even though, oh, look at there. See, this is what I'm talking about. These little bugs, these little glitches right here are what bother me. I don't understand why it does that. That's something since the orbital update, this has been happening when you're building your bases with your storage boxes in these cuboid rooms. See, the cuboid room is there, but it's not actually attached. So that's 5, 6, 7. Let's destroy that. And 8. We'll destroy that. And let's add box number 7 again. Purple, wood. And get it back up here. So hopefully it attaches itself back into the building. You can't see from the outside, but we'll try it again and see if they're all installed. No, it's not. This is a problem, boys and girls. This is what I've suffered from. This is like a plague. If you can get it to set in just right, it should be there. So that tells me that it's this box right here, which is a cuboid room problem. It's not the storage box, it's the cuboid room. See, that's exactly what it is. It's a cube. Oh, no, it's not. See, I don't understand why it does that. That's such a difficult maneuver for me. Let's take that out and that out. Here, we'll just do this. I'm going to go back outside. For some reason, it's clipping. I don't understand why it's doing it. And it's not a reload issue either. This is something else. But since the orbital update, I've had this problem with this. Now I could put this room back in here. Let's make sure it's blue and white wood. Have you guys had this problem? I know, I've drives me nuts. Now see, the 8 box is not there. And you can't really, it doesn't show you anything different from the outside. It's only on the inside. It's creating a clipping issue. And I don't understand what that is, why that does that. Basically, I got to tear out the whole section in order to get it to reestablish itself. It don't make any sense to me. But it's there. You can access it, but you can't access it without power. But check this out. If I want to access anything in my storage boxes, I go into my inventory. And as you can see down there, it says transfer items. On Xbox, it's the Y button. Triangle for PlayStation. I'm not sure what it is on PC. But let's see. I am playing on PC, but I'm using controller. So bear with me here for a second. So I hit the transfer items. At the top up here, you can see the tabs. You can switch and access your storage boxes no matter what. So you guys can access all of your storage boxes and get whatever materials you need out of it. Like if I want these glowing crystals, I just grab them, split the stack or whatever, and put it into my inventory. Just like if I got it in my inventory and I don't have power to my storage boxes, you see that? It says quick transfer. So I can pick these up and now throw them into my storage box. So all your storage boxes are accessible. I don't understand what that is. I'll have to deal with that later after the stream. They look misaligned. I didn't think they looked misaligned from outside. I could probably take out the end of this building and redo the whole thing. Usually it's got something to do with these regular cuboid rooms, and I don't understand what it is. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I just wish the daylight would get here. What time is it? It's 0400. So about another 2 hours of planetary time. If you guys didn't know, your day and night cycles in real life time are 15 minutes. Look at the wires. Underneath or inside? Oh, I see where the lightning bolt is. Okay. So let's do that. Take that out. We'll take that out. Let's try this one more time. So number 7. There we go. It's aligned. Now, no, it's not. It is off a little bit. I do see that. But they're all like that. See between 5 and 6 right there in front of me? Those are misaligned a little bit. Let's do the purple and wood. And we'll see if that'll stack in there. See, it didn't snap in. I don't understand why it's doing that. That's annoying. That don't make any sense to me. See, this is one of those No Man's Sky bugs. All right. That's why I always build from the outside so it's easier to see. Inside a building, you're always clipping with other walls and things like that. Don't make no sense. See, now it shows 8 isn't there. This is a completely different building. Confusing. Very confusing. So let's do this. We'll take the whole thing out again. We're going to start over with this little wing of the building. There we go. Back into fly mode. We'll put the boxes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we go to our storage boxes and we'll start with this side. Yeah, it's quite a bug. I don't understand what it is. I really don't. I'll just leave it that color until we get them all installed. There we go. Whoops. Made that mistake. Let's do this again. Big Wreck-It Ralph hands. There we go. Now let's come down over here on this side. See if we can see that. There it is. So that's in there. Hopefully this pops in right. This is such a pain in the butt. And the only way to check is to jump back through the door again, and hopefully they all popped in right this time. There we go. See? No. Lo and behold, boys and girls, there's at least one. There's always one. Okay, we're going to grab that one. Come back here a little bit so I can go into the fly mode. See, it's bugged out. I don't understand why it's doing that. At this point, I don't care. It's there. It's in there, boys and girls. We're getting a little bit of power to our base. Now look at our power grid. We got 200,000 kelvins. So that's all right. We got that. We're using 117,000 kelvins. So what I like to do, I haven't checked yet. All I hear is ships flying around in a circle somewhere. I don't understand where they're at. There they are. Trying to hear where the electrical hot spot is. Apparently, it's way far away and I can't hear it. It's not giving me a good clue as to what direction the power hotspot is. So let's go build a few more of these. We can get a couple more of these. We'll put some power in. Color these red for power. Why not? At 50 power per panel, that should be enough to power our little base for now. And then we can build, like I said, a couple of extra batteries so we can keep it powered at night so the lights don't go out on us, right? We'll get these set up real fast. Not real fast, just fast enough. You know what I'm saying. All right, there we go. As long as the legs are attached to the surface, a flat surface on the building, they will generate, like the solar panels will generate power into the base. So now we're storing base. Let's see how much power we got. We got 400 and we're only using 117. So that's good enough. So we got a base overlooking the settlement. Now we can go back down to the settlement in the mayor's office here in just a minute. Let's get a teleporter put in down here at the very end, so we can teleport to the settlement from our base. There we go, red and white. Plop. Now that's installed. Perfect. Check this out. Now that we got this here, let's go down. As you go into the teleport, your terminus, your Stargate, you can see always in the top left, that's where your settlement will be, and then your freighter. These top two will always be here in this position. They'll never move. But your settlements, as you build them, it'll always go from the first base down to your last base. So, what is it? Lesto base? I think that's ours. Yeah. As you can see at the bottom, it says Poptimus Prime. That's a player that we've seen in the space anomaly. So all their bases pop in here too, and anybody else's base. So believe me, these are not our bases. But as I said, right here, Lesto base is the last base that we built, which we're standing in right now. But let's go down to Yokono's Cove. That's the name of our settlement. Let's go down there and see what the citizen dispute is all about. Yeah, this is definitely a newer bug, Lee. I don't understand what that is. It's really taking a toll on me. I get kind of frustrated sometimes trying to build little things like that. So I've gotten to the point now I just throw all my storage boxes in a big stack on top of each other, and then I build a building around it. But as you see, I use the teleporter to teleport to my settlement. It will always drop you out facing the back side of the settlement pillar. And if you always want to find where your mayor's office is, look to the left when you land. Your mayor's office is always on your left-hand side. It'll be anywhere over in the left-hand area. So let's go over here. You can see the icon. The icon will show you where your mayor's office is, if there's something going on there. But your mayor's office is always to the left of that pillar. So let's hit the save beacon. And let's go into our settlement and check it out. Now you can check your status to see if it's doing anything good or bad yet. Ours hasn't changed, so I'm not too concerned about it. Let's go see what the citizen dispute is all about. Machinist Sheridan accuses planetary specialist Hux of running a salvage yard without a license. It is noted that there are significant gaps in the settlement recording systems, during which no one can account for the whereabouts of the accused. Now, Sheridan, which is this guy right here, accuses this guy, Hux, of running a salvage yard without a license. Now, if we do that, you can see it's in green, right? And will incur a settlement debt. So he's getting fined 8,000 units for running an illegal salvage yard without a license. There's nothing over here. So if we choose this guy, we'll probably get a negative impact on our settlement. But if we find this guy, because it's telling us there's a fine here, then he's the guy that's in the wrong. This is how I tell between which one is wrong and which one is right. So we'll choose this guy. If it's wrong, then we can reload. There we go, boys and girls. So we got a settlement debt, and it didn't change the status of our settlement at all, except we incurred a little bit more debt. Not a big deal. Once we get our landing pad up, we'll start getting another, we'll be at 210,000 productivity. So we'll have a little less maintenance costs per day, but that takes care of that. Let's go back in here to our settlers. They're still running. What do we got left on that? Another 25 minutes. Dreadnought, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys haven't checked out Dreadnought, there's another great content creator. If you guys haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new here and you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel. I mean, I'm not going to beg you. You want to subscribe to my channel? Perfect. The more people that subscribe to my channel, the more my content gets put out to great viewers just like you. And I appreciate everybody for subscribing and smashing that like button. Commenting in chat helps out. That lets YouTube know that you guys find my content interesting. Now, it said 25 minutes left on the landing pad. As you can see, our starship has already landed in the spot where the landing pad's going to be, just because, you know, it's part of a base type thing. But let's check out our terminal. It says right here, we got 25 minutes left. We're at 60% completion. Now that we did that, we've got our base up there on top of the hill. Let's go to our mayor's office and we'll use the teleporter to get back up there. And we could finish putting a few things in. Since we set ourselves up a base in the Eissentam Galaxy. Now we can go back at any time to one of our other bases that are in the Euclid Galaxy, and it won't make much difference as long as you're using a teleporter. But if you want to go to the galactic core to go back to the other galaxy, that creates an issue. Man, that bothers me. But all our stuff is here. Now, if you want, we've completed all the base employee jobs, like your construction overseer, exocraft specialist, and all that stuff. You could put their little consoles in here and summon them in if you want it to look like you have live NPCs and that kind of thing here. But me, I'm not going to do that. Let's put some windows up in this building so we can see out a little bit. Let's get some windows going. Boink, boink. Because somebody else is going to be washing the windows. I don't ever wash windows in my base. Let's get some windows up in here so we can finish decorating it a little bit. So it looks a little bit better. This way we can look out and see things down on our settlement, that kind of stuff. So is there anything at this point in the game that you guys want to see? Because I've completed the Purge quest line. The only thing we're doing is the Dreams of the Deep. And here, let's do this. We're going to jump down to the mayor's office. Whoop. Look at that. Our base is right above the mayor's office. Perfect. Now we got another dispute or something that says a new citizen request available. Use the administration terminal in your office to authorize or deny the request. So what we do is we hit that save beacon. This way, in case we make that wrong choice, you guys know that. So let's view our citizen request. A group of adventurous citizens wished to leave the settlement. There was a recent conflict between pirates and a freighter fleet in the upper atmosphere. They proposed to harvest scrap and salvage from the fallen remains. Now, at this point, boys and girls, I've run across these and I've done these types of missions at least 24 times, and I have never, ever gotten a positive reaction out of letting my settlers go out and do an expedition. They always end up losing settlers, or the happiness goes down, or they get infected or something, and we pick up a debt. Those, let's back out of this real quick. In here, usually what happens is you'll lose citizens' happiness, or you'll lose citizens. Not to mention, sometimes you will pick up a red effect instead of a green one. So I usually deny them going out on expeditions. That's just the way it is. If you guys want to try that, you go right ahead. I've never had a good positive experience with it. Dreadnought, I'm playing No Man's Sky. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate that. Dreadnought's a great content creator. I watch him every now and then when I got a little bit of extra time. There's so many great content creators out there like you guys watching right now that I watch. I usually don't chat in your chat. I watch your stream for a few minutes so you get that showtime, but I smash that like button every time I watch your videos. So I appreciate it. So I'm going to deny this request because I don't want to incur the debt. We've already got a huge debt and we're not going to get a positive reaction out of it. So that is done, boys and girls. We got that taken care of. We got some, oh, wait, let's back out of this. I forgot to show you this. Let's go back into the settlement status board. If you don't like the name of your settlement, you can change it. So check this out. Instead of Yokono's Cove, I'm going to do this. It's Cobalt's Cove. Right? There we go. Cobalto's Cove. No, we're not doing Cobalto. There we go. What is going on here? There we go. That looks better. If a guy could learn how to spell and not have big Wreck-It Ralph hands on the keyboard, it probably wouldn't be so bad. But there, you see that, boys and girls? We changed the name of our settlement, so you guys can do that if you want. That's one of the good features in the settlement that you can do, is change the name of it, so you can have it named. But you will have to log out of the game and log back in order for your settlement to change on the planet for the name. Sometimes it just goes back to the original name or whatever. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it, though. And you can do that with just about any other settlement as well. You know, you could change the name to whatever you want, as long as you're not using a profanity, or if Hello Games decides it's a profanity. Like I tried to use the word hostile for one of my bases. For some reason, as a European word, it's not a very pleasant word. But as last I checked, a hostel is a hotel, and you can't put hotel in the game. It's considered a bad word. All right, so we're running down on power. We got windows in. Let's start throwing some of the necessities in, like this base salvage capsule. Now, I put one of these in for the simple fact is if I have a base in the Euclid Galaxy I want to take out, and I want to build a new one here in the Eissentam Galaxy, and I destroy it or I delete it, all the materials I use that are deleted from that base will end up appearing in this salvage capsule. So we got one of those in here. Let's see, what else can we put in this bad boy? We need a galactic trade terminal. Now, you could put these on a wall inside your base or whatever, but since I got a landing pad outside right here, let's put that bad boy right there. Now we got a galactic trade terminal we can buy and sell merchandise from. Once we get our settlement built up enough, then we'll have trade deals going on down at our settlement, that kind of thing. But we got that. Let's call our ship in one more time. Perfect. Okay, let's change our quest to Dreams of the Deep. And let's get this quest started, boys and girls. Jump in, jump out, make that save before we take off. And let's go in and see where that is. Let's go up into space, hit the galactic map. We need to hit the space station before we leave this system too. I forgot about that because we haven't even been to the space station here. How sad. Too busy trying to get everything set up on the planet before we even went to uh-oh, somebody's calling us on the comms. What's going on? They left us. Duty bound to follow them, but I know where it will end. If you receive this, follow my coordinates and secure the site in case I don't make it back, please. And this is the beginning of the Dreams of the Deep quest line. Since we got this quest line in the Euclid Galaxy, that's where the quest started. But since now we're in the Eissentam Galaxy, it restarts here. So somewhere in this area, we'll get that icon. My starship processes the coordinates from the stranger's message. The transmission has decayed over time, but the location appears to be valid. Let's finish going to the space station, and then we will hit the Dreams of the Deep quest line. As you can see, it's already given us a marker, probably in this system. Transmission coordinates validate, investigate the broadcast site. So yeah, it's back towards the direction we came. But like I said, I want to make a landing in this space station. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Why are we swaying so far out of way? and then we can check out the technology and that kind of thing here. And since we're in the Eissentam Galaxy, all the ships are pretty much the same, but they're all randomly generated just like any other space station in the Euclid Galaxy, except we got a chance for more paradise planets in the Eissentam Galaxy. If you guys haven't seen my last stream, I showed you how to get here through the Purge questline. Let's see, kill 14 creatures for a backpack upgrade. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll start that mission. So we're going to have to shoot a lot of animals here pretty soon. Cool. So we got that one in progress. Let's go over here, see if we can find any goods. This is probably a low economy. Yeah, this is probably a 2-star economy. So let's pick up a few extra materials. We don't need any cobalt. Let's pick up some tritium for our starship. A little bit of pugnium for our starship as well. Metal plating and that kind of thing. We could pick that up right now, but we don't need it. Whoops. Yeah, we got enough here. Let's go upstairs. Do our little routine like we normally do, just like we're doing in the Euclid Galaxy. Pick up all our little goodies. If you guys want to stop and gather words from all the locals, do that here too, if you haven't gotten all your words yet. So let's add more backpack storage. Let's see what he's got for sale. Now, since you're in the Eissentam Galaxy, you don't have to destroy your bases in the Euclid Galaxy. You could always travel back and forth. Let's see what we got in our inventory here. Since we got 2 of every hazard protection. No, we need a cold protection. That's what we need. Okay, but we've got everything maxed out except for health and a cold protection. Otherwise, our backpack is there. Our shield's there. Oh, look at there. There's something that's broken. A piece of broken technology I missed, boys and girls. Got to fix that. So we're good there. Oh, we got this, the remembrance. We got to install this as well. This helps us remember all our memories from before. So I installed it earlier, and it takes platinum and the heart of the sun. The heart of the sun comes from the Atlas Path questline, boys and girls. If you haven't done the Atlas Path questline, you have to, in order to get the remembrance installed. And as you can see, you got to go through all of these. You got to make each one in order to get up to the heart of the sun, which is the last Atlas seed, in order to talk to the Atlas, that kind of stuff, and finish the Atlas path. Once you get that made, right, which we got in our inventory, we got the heart of the sun made. Let's take that and install that into the remembrance. This is why I do the Atlas path and the Purge quest line at the same time. Yeah, see, Dreadnought plays different games than I do, but that's good. I'm glad you're here, Dreadnought. I appreciate you being here. No problem, Andre. Sorry I didn't see your message right away. All right, you have a good night, and thank you for tuning in. If you guys haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that like button. Every like helps. You could change my life if you hit that like button. Not to mention it encourages me to keep going. But, whoops, what was I doing? Cobalt Dale and his epic fails. He had a brain fart and he forgot what he was doing. So we need a cold protection and a life support. So we can get one of those. And there is no cold protection here. All right. Actually, it's PC. I'm using an Xbox controller on PC. The only reason I play on Xbox is because I've been playing it since it first came out back in the day. I've had Xbox forever. And with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I get all day one releases. And yeah, I get those games for free, so I don't have to worry about them. Let's go in here real quick. I want to see if there's anything I got to sell. Yep, there's a photon cannon module. We'll get rid of that. The Humboldt drive, that was for the Dreams of the Deep quest line. Let's check our multi-tools. No good multi-tool there. You never know. Could be an S-class hiding out in one of these cabinets. So I always check these boxes. Pick up our little goodies. Let's head over here. See what this guy's got to say. If he's got anything good for us. Phaser beam. Infra knife module. Yeah, I'll pick that up. That could be used for another ship. I mean, we've already got a pretty sick Sentinel interceptor. I really don't need a better ship, right? Let's see what we got for the exocraft. We got a Minotaur laser. We'll pick that up. No, we won't. We'll save the nanites. There's a Minotaur flamethrower. If you guys get them community milestones completed, we will get the flamethrower for our exomech, our Minotaur, and that right there will help us out. But I won't pick those Minotaur modules up until we've got those completed. On my personal playthrough, I have to collect all the rewards for the Minotaur. This way I don't have to pay for them at the Quicksilver Merchant in the Space Anomaly, in the Nexus. Let's see, we get some free ion batteries. Perfect. Let's see what we can donate. Glowing crystals. Perfect. We'll donate those. The Hadal cores. I will not donate the Hadal cores. What happened there? What's going on with crisscross applesauce? Oh, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you, Crisscross, for raiding the stream. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, guys. If you guys haven't done it, hit that like button. I think I'm getting a raid. I think that's what that said. Crisscross applesauce. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in. I won't donate my Hadal cores. Them are nanites. Crisscross applesauce. Welcome to the stream. There's an awesome content creator. If you guys haven't checked out Crisscross Applesauce, check him out. I appreciate you for tuning in. Boo. Boo, what do you mean, boo? Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the raid. That's the first time I've been raided. I am really excited. I can't believe that happened. Thank you for tuning in. Look at there. There's an exotic, boys and girls. We have one just like this in our freighter. Come on, get off the screen there. Yes, I know who you are. Come on, you built some an amazing community base in No Man's Sky. Elizabeth, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you very much. This makes me so excited. This is my very first raid I've ever gotten during one of my streams. Thank you very much, and I'm glad it was you, Crisscross. If you guys haven't checked out Crisscross, he's got an amazing base for the community bases in the Space Anomaly. When you go check those bases out on different galaxies and different planets, he has a base in there. He's been sponsored quite a few times by Hello Games on his glitch building techniques and base building. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all you guys for being here. If you haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that like button. Wow, this is so exciting. I don't even know what to do with myself. But let's check out this ship. Oh, look at that. Look at the grouping on that. That's a 1 and 3. That's really nice. Let's see how much that is. That's a $41 million ship, boys and girls. Oh, hold on a second here. Let's do this. We're going to switch out our other exotic. See, we got one just like it. Let's check out our starship. Look at all that. We don't have that grouping for technology. Let's take all this out and throw this in our inventory. See if we can exchange this real fast. So we got to keep this guy here long enough to switch out our starship real fast. Boy, this is so tough. I get so excited. So what you do is you keep talking to this guy, right? Keep offering to buy his ship. This will make him stay here longer for you to get your technology removed from your starship to put into the new one. So let's take all this stuff out. I've got to install a photon cannon real fast. There we go. Don't you go away. Don't go away. See, he's walking around. He's getting ready to leave, boys and girls. So let's get him occupied for a few seconds so we can take all our technology out before he takes off. Let's get this uninstalled. This is so difficult. I'm so excited. I'm glad all you guys are here. I appreciate you for tuning in and showing up to my stream. I didn't think anybody would come except for you guys. My normal people that watch are here, and I appreciate you guys very much too for being here. Thank you. Hopefully I get some new subscribers. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that very much. All right, we got everything out of it. Let's talk to the pilot. Where's he at? Let's go in and see if we can't switch this ship out. Make an offer on the Lifeform Starship. Look at there. We can exchange it. We took out all the basic technology that we needed to take out. Look, we got it's a 2-in-1. Or no, we got a 3-in-1 here. And this is wow, look at that, boys and girls. It's just reversed. How about that? This has got a 30 and 28. We've already maxed this one out for the most part. We could exchange it at this point if we want to, but I'm not going to do that. But this is how you do that so you can get the ability to switch ships. If you find an exotic, just keep talking to the guy. Keep saying you want to buy it, that kind of thing. Since we've already got a 3-in-1, it's just the slots are reversed. I'm not going to do it. We've got the same exact ship. So that was a kind of a boo-boo on Dale's part, an epic fail by Cobalt Dale. You guys saw it here first, folks. I got so excited. Crisscross got me all flustered. I don't know what to do with myself. All right, let's switch our ship back to our Sentinel Interceptor and we'll keep moving on. Okay, we checked out all these guys up here. We made our donations. Yep, we did that. So let's get this down. We picked up a few side quests. We're going to go back to the Dreams of the Deep quest line, boys and girls. This way we can get ourselves that Nautilus exocraft now. And we'll get out of the space station. Amazing. I'm glad all you guys showed up. It really made my day. And you know what? I was having a real hard time thinking about streaming tonight, and my wife talked me into it, Cobalt Wifey. She talked me into streaming tonight, and I'm glad she did, because you guys got to raid my channel. You guys are the very first raiders I've ever had, so thank you very much, and I appreciate that. You have no idea how happy that makes me. I didn't even think I'd show up on anybody's radar. I'm so happy. This is pretty cool. So how are you guys doing? How was that stream, Crisscross? I didn't even know you were streaming, honestly. I know I've got an amazing wife. She's my biggest supporter. When I first started my channel, she was the only one subscribed to my channel for a long time. I've been streaming for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years this December. We are pretty close to that marker, so let's get out here and see where that signal takes us. Hopefully it's right here. Were you doing the expedition? Have you completed the expedition yet, Crisscross? Oh, let's take a little scan. Target is in range. Oh, we definitely landed at the right place. Cool. So let's go pick up our little goodies. Check this out. Get our little nanites. Oh, there's some stock. I'm surprised, you get that little stock transfer in the game. I'm surprised they don't have you buying and selling and trading stocks in the game, because they allow you to do commodities and things like that in the game. So why aren't you having the ability to do some kind of trade market or stock market kind of thing? Wouldn't that make sense the way they have everything set up? Because if you get a little bit of a stock transfer from a little unit on the wall, that tells me they should have some kind of stock exchange or whatever, so you can buy stocks in certain companies or traders or that kind of thing, guilds. I think that would be a kind of a cool idea, don't you? for 20 minutes, right? Yeah, I just happened to see with this YouTube on OBS, the YouTube chat, it throws up a little white box. I couldn't even read what it said on it. I was squinting pretty hard to see what it said, and it said I was getting rated by Crisscross. I was like, are you serious? For reals? I'm pretty honored. Thank you. Making bets to see how long it would take you to notice. Yeah, I was kind of shocked. Usually if I ever see anything white pop up out of the corner of my eye, I'm kind of like, what is that? You know, I have enough troubles with OBS. You have no idea. Sometimes I'm lucky I get my stream started, but I do get it started. I'm pretty excited. I'm very stoked. This made my day. Thank you to the Cobalt Wife. She made it possible for all of you to see what I'm doing. The storage vault at the warrior's feet shows clear signs of tampering. In fact, an explosive device has been attached to its hinges. The life form sees me shocked, my shocked expression, and yaps in amusement. Grah, pathetic distant warrior, leave powerful multi-tool, blah, and blank, vault. Blankety 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 blank, powerful, blankety blank blank. The bomb needs fuel for ignition, which would most likely blow the vault wide open. The warrior impatiently tries to explain what should happen next. I think we've got enough rank with the Viking. Let's order him to stop. The lock on the vault is blown clear off. I retrieve a multi-tool upgrade that lies within. There we go, boys and girls. We got an S-Class. An S-Class mining beam upgrade plus a Viking standing. That's cool. That's the first time I ever done one of those. Nice. So we got a mining beam module. We don't need it in our multi-tool because our multi-tool is pretty much maxed out. We don't need much of anything else in that. So we're set with that. We came in here for the Dreams of the Deep quest line. So here we go. We're going to come to the distorted voice. Log 2015F, breach event, plus 407 sols. If you are listening, you have likely found our final log. I leave this trace as a memory of my fallen friends and a warning to others who may end up on our path. I cannot deny myself the vain hope that someone may find me, though I beg you, do not follow. The haunting transmission ends. I notice the stranger has left behind an upgrade module for the aeration membrane. I take the upgrade module. Its installation history contains the serial number of its owner's starship. Perhaps I ought to follow. There we go. So we got an underwater protection module, boys and girls. Let's see. Do we have underwater protection in our exosuit? No, we do not. So let's install that at this point. There we go. So we can swim underwater without drowning. Perfect. So now we got that. We input the coordinates. We got to do a scan so we can find out where the location of their starship is. This is pretty cool. All right, Chris Cross, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate that for the raid. Thank you very much. That made my entire year, as a matter of fact. You have a good night, and thanks, and hope to see you soon. Hopefully I'll catch you online somewhere. If you guys haven't done it yet, don't forget in the description of the live stream tonight, I have a link to my Discord too, if you guys want to join up on my Discord. I appreciate y'all showing up. Thank you. All right, jump in, jump out, make that little save. Let's take off, do our scan, and see where that crash ship is. There we go. Possibly on a different planet. Oh, no, it's an hour away. So let's fly up into space and we'll try and get to those coordinates and find out what happened to this lost traveler. Oh, it's on a different planet. How about that? It's on a Hymo planet. Hopefully there is some water or something on this planet. We'll check it out. Date you? Date you what? What are you, expired or something? You need a freshness date? Is that what you need, Dreadnought? He needs a freshness date. Somebody hit him with a sticker. He's about to expire. Oh, too late. He went bad. All right. The stranger signal leads me here. So, do we have... No, we do not, boys and girls. Uh-oh. This is something. We got new technologies at the Nexus that we don't have in our starship, boys and girls, and that is the Aqua Jet, something to allow us to land on water. We don't have that, and we need to go to the space anomaly and get it. But let's take a look around. It's 300 units this way. See, now we can literally fly above the water and land next to whatever the crash ship is in the water. We should be able to land next to it, but since I don't have the Aqua Jet installed into my interceptor, we're not going to be able to do that. So we got to swim over here. Ooh, check that out. It's a heavy needle nose. Ooh, that's a nice ship. Cool. All right, let's swim down here. We're going to pick up all the goodies. But yeah, if we had our Aqua Jet in our starship, we would be able to land on the water right above where this crash ship is, and wouldn't have so far to swim. Pick up all the extra goodies. Now here's the beacon. Let's see what this has got to say. Log 0003A breach event plus 4 sols. Most of the crew are dead. Only those of us already suited up when the asteroid hit survived the initial decompression. We were lucky that smaller ships were able to get clear before the hull imploded. None of our ships have hyperdrive capability. We should be able to retrieve the blueprints from the freighter's main databank, though it appears to have crashed in the deep ocean. Thankfully, we still have the plans for the Nautilin. Let's download those plans. So we get the blueprints, boys and girls, for the Nautilin chamber and the marine shelter. The Nautilin chamber is our exocraft submarine, so we can build that here. Perfect. So what we want to do now, see, this is the marine shelter that you got the blueprint for. You can swim inside here if you're underneath the water and running out of oxygen. This is basically a diving bell to keep you alive. But if you're under attack from like jellyfish, the little white jellyfish and things like that in the water, this will not protect you. For some reason, they don't see this as a building to protect you in. They will swim through it and they will hit you and attack you. So be very careful when you're doing that. But since we're in here, we can now build the Nautilin chamber. So we need crystal, sulfide, and salt. So what we need to do is gather up the materials from here underneath the ocean. So what I want to do is start scanning some of these plants and things like that around here, so we can find out where some crystalline sulfide and things like that is. Cytophosphate and oxygen. We need salt. Lots of salt. So that big plant right there has lots of salt in it. So let's blow that thing up. Let's get a few of these things. We'll get us some salt going so we can build ourselves a little Nautilin chamber. You see all them jellyfish that just popped out, boys and girls? Now watch, they're going to start attacking us. Hopefully I could shoot enough of them before they come down and get me and kill me inside this little chamber and make myself look like a fool. Right? There we go. We took care of them fast enough. Let's see how much salt we picked up. We got 271 salt. Now we need crystalline sulfide, and that comes from them steam vents. Let's see if there's one close by. That's 278, 219, 273. They're all about 200 units away. Oh, there's one. 78 units that way. So once our oxygen is replenished inside the diving bell, let's swim over here. Yeah, right. Oxygen is overrated. Go figure, huh? These little steam vents, when you swim up on these things, be careful or be fast to pick up the 3 crystals that are on it, because that steam vent will explode and you will take damage from it. But let's scan some more plants and stuff down here so we could find more materials. Not to mention scan some of the fish and life forms. There we go. Let's head back down to the diving bell, because this is what I do when I'm playing. I try to utilize this thing. We can't pick this up. I wish we could. Once you build these little diving bells, they're there. They won't move. You can't pick it up and put it in your inventory or anything. So now we can build the Nautilin chamber. Check this out. We're going to build this bad boy. We'll throw that down here. Black and yellow. Why not? Shkaboink. And now we have a submarine, boys and girls. So let's get out of here and swim to our submarine. Once we get in our submarine, we can start installing technology, but we don't have any technology to install. We only got one thing, and that is the Icarus fuel system, which is an auto recharger. This right here, this is why I pick up storm crystals ahead of time. Whenever you're on storm crystals, there's only 2 things in the game that ever use storm crystals. That is a warp hypercore that you use for your starship or your freighter, or for installing the Icarus recharging unit in any of your exocraft. You need storm crystals. Since I've already got some stored up, we can use those to put in our Icarus fuel system. So we'll put that in. We'll install that. That automatically starts recharging our Nautilin submarine when we're not in it. There we go. It recharged it to 1%, but since we're sitting in it, it uses it up. But if we jump out, it'll start recharging our submarine. So what we need to do now is make sure we're on the right quest. Let's jump in here. Hit the right stick. No scan technology installed. We need to construct a hydrothermal fuel cell. So let's jump back into our Nautilin. Let's go into our inventory. And we should have a blueprint for a hydrothermal fuel cell, do we not? Yes, there it is right there, boys and girls. So we need 40 salt, 40 cytophosphate, and 40 carbon. So we need to get some cytophosphate. And let's check some of the plants around here. These little glowy stars, these little things right here, these are cytophosphate. We collect a bunch of those, and that'll give us enough to make fuel for our Nautilin submarine. And we need quite a bit of fuel. But be careful, whenever you're shooting something down below the ocean, you always get these jellyfish out. And the first thing they want to do is attack you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be safe with that thing. But let's collect enough materials here. If we had the laser beam in the Nautilin submarine, which you could pick all that tech up at the space anomaly. You pick all that tech up and you can install it all. And this way you don't have to swim around in the water shooting this stuff. You can do it from your Nautilin submarine so you don't lose the oxygen. Then you're always replacing, because look, our oxygen's dropping. So now I have to use a healing gel to repair my oxygen. But if you don't have an aeration membrane or an S-class upgrade for your oxygen type stuff, then you'll have to use the healing gels. Otherwise, you got to swim over to one of these kelp sack things to get some oxygen. These things right here, if you're in a pinch, these little white pods, they're in every ocean. You can swim up to it. See, it says harvest oxygen sac. That will replenish your oxygen while you're swimming under the ocean. But let's pick up a whole bunch of stuff here. We need to get a bunch of materials together. Chlorine is one of the things we need to install some technology into our Nautilin submarine. See, what guy's doing dishes? What are you talking about, dishes? Somebody does dishes? Are you kidding? Somebody's going to volunteer to do dishes? I don't believe that for a second. I'm just trying to gather up enough materials here, boys and girls, so we can get some hydrothermal fuel made. That should be enough. Let's get back to our Nautilus submarine. Since we built the Nautilus here in this ocean, we don't need to leave the base of the Nautilus submarine here. So what I like to do is dismantle it. We get our materials back for it so we can put it somewhere else. But since we're inside the Nautilus submarine now we can build some hydrothermal fuel. So let's build 5 of those bad boys. And now we can recharge our Nautilus submarine. All right, let's see. We need to go back to the Dreams of the Deep because I killed a bunch of creatures. That changed our quest for us. Use the echolocator. Come on, what's it tell us? Install new tech in empty slots in your inventory. Now see, in the Exocraft, we don't have any extra tech to install, which kind of is sad. Let's go back into the Dreams of the Deep. Test the Nautilus by exploring the deep. Stay alert. So let's drive around a little bit and see what happens. We'll head back towards our starship, that kind of thing. Got to give it a little test drive. It's got brakes. Repeater signal detected. So at this point, boys and girls, now that that's popped off, check this out. We can take the submarine and go underwater to that structure, which is 6 minutes away. You know what I like to do? I like to head back over to my starship. I forgot to do this too, believe it. So we're going to jump out. We're going to swim down here to this guy's broken starship. Look, it's a C class, but it's a scrappable C class. So what I'm going to do, whoops. Oh, Dale. One thing I got to do is mark my starship. So that's locked before you claim this other starship. If you claim this starship and don't mark yours, then that one will disappear and you won't be able to get back to it. So we want to claim this one so we can repair it. Let's go in. Hermetic seal and a metal plating. There we go. Do we have that? Pure ferrite and a dihydrogen jelly. We got that too. Perfect. I'm going to repair the shields because that's just a thing I do. You guys don't have to repair the shields. Look at there. There's a supercharged polarizer. I'm going to dismantle that and I get a free wiring loom out of that. So that's why I do that. But we don't need the guns and we don't need the hyperdrive. This ship is now repaired. It can stay here. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to get back into my submarine as soon as I pick up this data module over here in the dirt. Got to get this. Data modules are always helpful. There's always one here. Let's get back up to our Nautilus submarine. And then we'll head back because you see I marked our old starship that we first got here in. I marked that so we can find it and get back to it. Because we don't need to get back to the crash ship. We just need to get back to ours. There we go. Perfect. Let's get back over here to our starship. And now what I like to do, if we had the aquajets installed, this would make this so much easier. But since I don't have the aquajet, jump in, jump out, make that safe. We got to go find a little scrap of land somewhere next to this random location. Hopefully there's something really close. Otherwise, we're going to have to travel a long distance swimming. We could use our Nautilus submarine, and that's what they want you to do, is use your Nautilus submarine to get to this marker. That's the whole intention on doing this. But since I'm not doing that, see, it's right there. If we had the aquajets, we would literally be able to land on the water right here. But I don't have those installed. We need to go to the space anomaly and get those. So what I'm going to do is come over here to this piece of land. I'm going to land on this, and then we'll call in our Nautilus submarine. That's kind of cool. This looks like a big giant donut. Big giant donut in the ocean. All right, now let's summon in Whoops, wrong one. Our Nautilus submarine. That should be, come on, where are you? Right there. Cool, now we can use our Nautilus submarine to get to that little marker. Let's hop in here. And this shouldn't take us long. Take our little Nemo machine. So what do you guys think of this quest line? Do you guys like the Dreams of the Deep quest line? Or is this just some kind of waste of time? They should find a better quest line for this. I like it. I find it kind of entertaining. You know, it makes you use the actual submarine to get around in. Sometimes I use it once I got all the technology installed. I like to go ship hunting and relic hunting with it. Okay, now that we've gotten to this location, I want you guys to check this out. There is no save here when you jump out of your Nautilus. When you jump out of your starship, there's a save. So when I jumped out of the starship, that made a save. But check this out. There's an abyssal horror here. There's always 2 abyssal horrors next to these structures with the Dreams of the Deep quest line. Sorry, brain fart in progress. Please stand by. There's 2 of these things at each one of these. If you shoot this thing, got to tap the button. Woo, look at there. He almost got me, boys and girls. That was scary. He almost got me. But if you shoot him, you get this hypnotic eye. These things are used to create good foods in your nutrient processor, or you could use them to build bonus modules for your freighter. There we go. There's always 2 of them. You saw that. That thing almost got me. I wasn't paying attention. I got too close to him. But now that we got that, let's replenish our oxygen real fast. You don't have to. Check this out. So you guys can see this. This is how Dale's doing it. If you don't have one of them aeration membrane things, always inside these buildings, there's always an oxygen sac in here so you can collect that. So let's swim around the room, collect all the goodies that are in here. Sometimes there's carbon, other things like that. And come on, get stuck on the gobbledygook hanging on the floor. There we go, little specimens and things like that. Little goodie boxes. Okay, let's hit the terminal. Get rid of the goop. If you guys want to save it, you can. I don't. Rico Suave, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Glad to see you here. Yeah, see, I like it better with Aqua Jets too. I didn't install them on this. I haven't done this playthrough since the expedition started. So that's why I didn't have it. Despite the decay, the station's mainframe remains functional. The records have clearly been accessed by whoever came here before. The last entry is a download of a high-power sonar unit. But there is something strange. The timestamps have been purged, and there is no way to tell how long ago the crew were here. Was this place on land when it was last visited? The horrors that lurked outside must surely have come after. But what drew them here, unless? And there we go, boys and girls. We get the high-power sonar for our Nautilus submarine, so we can install that. We need crystalline sulfide, ferrite, and solar mirrors. And we've got the blueprints for all those. Oh, look at there. We get the blueprint for the solar mirror. So if you don't have that blueprint, it automatically gives it to you here at this point in the quest line. So that's good. So we got that. We can make solar mirrors to install into our Nautilus submarine. So let's do that. Let's make a solar mirror. Kablop. And let's install the sonar radar. There we go. And if you don't have that crystalline sulfide, you'll have to swim around and pick up more. And I showed you guys how to get those. So let's get out of here. We picked up everything in this room. So let's get back to our Nautilus submarine. Now, where is that? I look on my compass and it shows me where my little exocraft is so we can find it. But I'm going to replace that battery for our cold protection and for our aeration membrane. Perfect. Now that we're back in our Nautilus submarine, let's get off the floor here so we can see a little bit. It tells us to use this sonar, right? I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to move this over here so we got a little bit better of a space. Everybody does that, the Delta Creator. You got to read the name. It's Delta Creator, not Delta One. We all love Mama, though. Mama's a good person. I'm glad she's here. Thank you for watching. All right, so we use the high power sonar now to find our next location. Do a little scan. And what's the quest line tell us? Use the high-power sonar to detect and explore sunken wrecks. Access the high-power sonar from the quick menu. The cruise log mentioned a freighter crashed in the deep ocean. So now that we have our sonar installed, let's go into the quick menu. And as you can see, there's the high-power sonar. You can find crashed starships, crashed freighters, sunken buildings, and sunken ruins. We're looking for a crashed freighter. So let's hit that. And that will give us the location of a sunken freighter somewhere. Look, and it's back the way we came. Our starship is over that way. How far is that freighter? 8 minutes and 51 seconds by Nautilus submarine. So that's quite a long ways. You'll be floating along in the submarine. And the reason they want you to go such a distance in the ocean in your submarine is so you can pick up the crystalline sulfide, the pearls, all that stuff, so you can install the technology into your Nautilus submarine, like a mining beam, your boost engines, all that stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back over here to my starship. We're going to make this quick so we can get this out of the way. So let's fly back up to our starship. And any materials that you pick up, you can throw, like your these hypnotic eyes. You don't have to keep them in your exosuit. You can put them in the Nautilus submarine. What do we got here? Exocraft cannon module, infra knife. I know I've got a Nautilus motor somewhere, but like the cytophosphate, that goes into your Nautilus. Keep that stuff in there. This way, when you run out of fuel, you can make more. We'll even take the metal plating and throw that in there because I know it needs something later in the game. Let's see, where is it? There's our Humboldt drive. Yeah, we need to install that. That's for our engine so it goes faster in the water. Cool. Now that we got that done, let's jump back in our starship. Jump in, jump out. Let's take off and we'll head there. Don't worry about it, Mama. I understand. Everybody does it until they read your name. I'm just glad you guys are here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you guys are new to the channel and you just got here or whatever and you haven't started from the beginning of the stream, don't forget to hit that like button. All right, now look, there's the crashed freighter. And as you can see, there's a piece of the freighter hanging out of the water. This is what I like to do. Check this out. This is my little tip and trick for you guys. This is a pro tip. I'm going to land on this. If it's sticking out of the water and there's a piece, it's actually got a collision so you can get out and land on it. Check it out. Now I'm right above the crashed freighter. Instead of having to go way over there and hit one of those islands or whatever, now I can hop down to the crashed freighter. But what I want to do, whoops, let's call in our Nautilus submarine again, because this is going to help us out right here, boys and girls. There we go. Kabloop. Let's jump over to that. And we can use the Nautilus submarine to come down here. So this is like our little diving bell. So if we're starting to run out of oxygen and things like that, we can use this to jump into real quick as a safety net. Let's go over here and see what it says. A distorted voice. Log 0012B breach event 8 Sols. Located the wreck, but the ship's computer was a washout. We salvaged what supplies we could and left. I don't want to be nearby when the water eats through the reactor housing. Tidal patterns here are increasingly strange. The water has risen rapidly, but we are yet to see it ebb. We could return and salvage more when the water falls away. The survivors made it back to the wreck of their freighter, but moved on soon after. I will have to do the same if I am to find them. Before I leave, I make one final search of the archives. There are no more clues, but I do locate blueprints for some aquatic construction modules. At least the journey was not in vain. I shut down the distress beacon. There is no one here to rescue. And at this point, boys and girls, you get your underwater base building blueprints. So you can build yourself an underwater base in any ocean on any planet, anytime. And that's a lot of build parts right there, boys and girls. So when you get the regular prefab building prints, now you got the aquatic ones. But before we take off from this location, what I like to do is take a look around. As you can see, there are cargo pods, just like the freighters on top of the ground. These are all underwater, but there are 6 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My bad, 7. So be aware that there's good cargo hanging out. And I use my terrain manipulator heavily to unearth these things. So because you want a big enough area so when you got to swim out of here, you got enough room to move around. I'm going to delete all these goops. You guys can keep them if you want, refine them into nanites or whatever you need to do. Look at there, we got an unstable gel, so let's get out of here. I like to swim as fast as I can before my aeration membrane rots away. We need to go right over here. Start blasting a big hole in the dirt here too. I use the big bubble on my terrain manipulator. This way I got plenty of room and I'm not taking up that much silicate powder when I'm mining that stuff up. There we go. What do we get? Hot ice. There's another great mining, great item that we can use to build stasis pods once we start our stasis farm. We haven't got those materials gathered together yet to build a stasis farm, but I'll eventually start doing that so you guys can see how I do mine. I learned most of my stasis farm from watching Zane's World. Zane's World does a really good job on explaining how to build a stasis farm. And he's actually got a stasis farm on his home planet that if you guys ever want to go pick up all the materials, all the plants and stuff like that to build your own stasis devices, he allows you to do that. He tells you, he encourages you to go there and pick it. There we go. Come on. Whoops. I hit a locator beacon. Didn't want to do that. I just wanted to uncover this cargo pod. Hopefully I can get through a bunch of this. There we go. Took a little bit of radiation, but that's okay. Every time you open up these boxes, if you've got radiation protection, you ain't got to worry about it. There we go. We got a warp hypercore out of that one. Let's see what this one over here's got. I know there's one here in the dirt. Hopefully it's not below the earth. Sometimes this one over here on this side is buried below the mantle of the planet and you're not able to access it. So let's destroy this and get rid of these things out of here. Hopefully it's something good. Unstable gel. There we go. That works. Now our oxygen's almost out, boys and girls. At this point, what I do is I summon in my Nautilin so I can jump into my submarine to replenish my oxygen. Whew, that was pretty close. Look at that. You can see below the dirt where the freighter's hanging out. That's pretty cool. So you could literally dig out the freighter. There's nothing else down there. But as soon as my oxygen is replenished, what I'm going to do is jump out and dig out this last cargo box. There we go. And that last cargo box is right here. So let's dig that bad boy out and collect up these goodies. Once we do that, then we'll locate the next step of where the crashed travelers are. Nice. Getting the dishes done. Good job. Everybody give Dreadnought a round of applause. He's doing the dishes. Whew. If somebody would have been there recording that video, we could have put that on YouTube. We could have made 1 million views. That would have been a viral video. Come on now. You guys got to help us out. Okay, it says use the high power sonar to detect a sunken building. So we need to detect a sunken building with our radar, our sonar in our ship. So let's scan for one of those and it'll give us the location again, which is how far away? 4 minutes by submarine. Let's go back to our our starship and we'll fly over there. There we go. Perfect. Woohoo! Submarine did a little flip-flop there. Okay, jump in, jump out since we made that little save. Perfect. Oh, come on. No politics here, please. Please don't do any politics here. This is a politics and religion-free zone, boys and girls. Well, I'm a 52-year-old man, and I make a pretty big mess, too. I understand you got to clean up after your parents. My father's 85 years old, and he gets around pretty good. He just beat cancer here not too long ago. So I'm pretty happy about that. He's supposed to be getting the results from his doctor this week if he needs to do any more treatments. So that's okay. I understand. Dishes aren't my favorite thing either, but I can do them. My wife yells at me all the time. You need to do the dishes. Isn't that right, Cobalt Wifey? 64, that's it? Oh, you're still a spring chicken. That's exactly it. I'm glad you're taking care of your mom. She took care of you for quite some time. All right, we got 2 more abyssal horrors here. Come on, we got to get this guy. Pick up these hypnotic eyes. There's one guy here and one on the other side of the building, so be careful. Don't go swimming around and not think there's 2. There is 2 here, always. Pick up those hypnotic eyes. They're worth a lot of money. They're good for cooking food and things like that. So let's check around for any goodies in the area. We've got a couple oxygen sacks in here. Nice, there's a couple boxes. All right, let's see what they got on the terminal. Log accessed. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Log 0062A breach event plus 12 souls. It was my turn to dive today. Once again, nothing of interest. Nothing but kelp and rocks. The water is yet to recede. Some of the crew have taken to swimming without their suits. It looks so inviting. There we go. We got that out of the way. There's a stock transfer on the wall. Cool. What else we got? A specimen. Perfect. That gives us standing with the species. The Viking. All right. So now we need to get out of here. Go back to our Nautilus submarine. Where is it? All right. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to summon that bad boy in right here. Kaboink. This way we could jump in and get our oxygen replenished and that kind of thing right away. It says use the high power sonar to detect sunken buildings. So we need to locate another sunken building, boys and girls, so we can head there. Where is it? It's back this way. How far is that? That is 2 minutes and 37 seconds away. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to our starship. This is what I like to do. You guys can use the Nautilus submarine if you so choose, if you like cruising around in it and stuff. But I'm trying to make this pretty quick so we can get through this, so we can complete the Dreams of the Deep quest line tonight, boys and girls. That's my goal, and we'll see if we can get it done. Teasing? Who's teasing me? Are you picking on me again? Oh, I can't believe this. I'm always getting picked on. Don't hurt my feelings. I'll sick my wife on you. And for such a short little lady, like 3 foot tall, she scares the hell out of me. All right, we got 2 more of these abyssal horrors. You ever seen a pissed off leprechaun? That's what she looks like. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Whew. Almost died there, boys and girls. could have got us. This abyssal horror is tough. I think they've improved the radius on these abyssal horrors so they can, the hitbox on them, so they get you. Here we go. Let's get this one out of the way. Cool. She's always got my back, whether I know it or not. I think that's why I married her. It was either that or because she makes one hell of a sandwich. She's a very good sandwich maker. I know that. She makes the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches a guy could ever ask for. No, my wife is a very good cook. She doesn't think so, but she is. She's a very good cook. I mean, we had brisket for dinner tonight. I can't complain. Brisket and fire roasted corn. Log access. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Log 0115C. Breach event 21 sols. The secondary dive team came back early today. They found a cave full of strange crystals, but the lights on the sub cut out and forced them home. They seem upset, disturbed. But we have to go back while we still have an idea where it is, before the shifting tides rob us. We'll never build anything without advanced materials. Log 0115D. We fixed the lights on the Nautilus. I'm heading out. Log 0119A. Breach event plus 23 sols. We found the cave. I knew we would, but what a find. Great towering crystals of brilliant red, rich metal deposits, concentrated deuterium, all we could ever need. We might just make it after all. Now if only we could get a dry night's sleep. Uh-oh. And that's that. Where's the oxygen sac? I saw it. There we go. Let's harvest that. That's been replenished. Let's get out of here. We'll head back to our Nautilus submarine. Or no, we jumped in the water, didn't we? Yeah, we just jumped in here. Let's see. Use echolocator. Return to the Nautilus and use the high-power sonar to search for the crew. So let's call in our submarine once again, boys and girls. Here we go. We'll hop in. Let's get up off the floor a little bit, the ocean floor. And let's use the high-power sonar to locate the crew. Nothing. Use high-power sonar to detect sunken buildings once again. Our scanner's recharging. Let's do this one more time. Potential signal echo detected. So we are looking, where is that? 8 minutes and 55 seconds away. Let's get back to our starship. Where is it? I can't find my ship. Where did it go? There it is, over there. I got lost for a second. All right, let's jump out, run back to our ship. We've only got like 1 or 2 more spots left. Jump in, jump out, make that little save. We've only got about 2 more stops with this Dreams of the Deep quest line, and I think that'll be it. Ooh, this blizzard is terrible. I can't even see through the snow. We could crash into a mountain or something. This would be great, right? See, it was 8 minutes by submarine, but it only takes like 20 seconds by air. So that's all right. We can get there by air a little bit faster. Once we get there, we'll look for another little piece of land kind of thing. See what's going on. All right. All right, there's our spot. Look at that ocean, boy. Them waves are really rolling. Wow. Now we got to find some kind of terrain. Let's get up in the air a little bit. Maybe we could see something. But what I see here, boys and girls, is a whole lot of nothing. We got whiteout conditions. This is terrible. This is why I moved to Louisiana. So I didn't have to deal with the snow anymore. You know what I'm saying? There seems to be an island right over here that I could see. I barely saw this. So, yeah, we got lucky there, boy. Whew. That snowstorm is terrible. I can't even see 10 feet off the nose of my ship. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Wow. They really did some good effects with these snowstorms and stuff now. I remember when it was just complete whiteout. You couldn't see anything. It was just a big milky cloud. It wasn't moving. It wasn't blowing. I mean, look at the little snowflakes. Since the world's update, I think this is one of their best updates they've done in this game. Let's call in our submarine again. Kaboink. Roses are incoming. I'm not looking for trouble. What do you mean? Come on now. I'm being nice, you guys. Okay, let's get down underneath the surface here. See, this is the nice thing when you're on one of these hazardous planets like that, like this. Cruising around in your Nautilus submarine under the water is really relaxing. How far are we? Just 30 seconds out. Yeah. When you're putting the technology into your Nautilus submarine, I haven't told you guys this, but like your sulfurin, you need to collect at least, I believe it's 12 of these little crystals. I think that's what you need to collect. Oh, come on now. Got stuck on it. There should be one more. Get away before it explodes. There we go. Didn't take any damage, but there's 3 crystals per crystalline sulfide deposit. And we need to find these armored clams that you see underneath the ocean. We need to collect 18, is it 16 or 18 pearls? So we need to collect those to install all the technology into our Nautilus submarine. Not to mention we need like 250 or 300 chlorine. About roughly for the fuel, you need about 500 cytophosphate to give yourself, I think it's 10 thermal fuels for your Nautilus submarine. So you don't run out of gas. Because once you get that recharger in it, anytime you're out swimming around outside of your submarine, it'll recharge it. But 16 pearls and 12 crystalline sulfides, I believe, is the count, which you need to install, plus some metal plating and stuff that you can make on your own. That's not a big deal, but the underwater materials are the ones you need to collect. There we go. There's a few goodies in here. I always check all of them. And look, we've gotten, what, 4 or 5 standing with the Viking since we started doing this little quest line. So you get quite a bit of treasure. You'll be able to find sunken ruins as well with the Nautilus submarine. So there's quite a bit of stuff you can find with this thing. It's almost as good as the Minotaur. Since this new Liquidator's Expedition, even me as a veteran player with somebody that has over 3,000 hours into this game, I just realized this last expedition how overpowered the Minotaur is when fighting sentinels and corrupted sentinels as well. Log accessed. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Log 0328A breach event plus 98 sols. I had the dream again. The endless purple waves, mile after mile after mile, a relief at first from the dull crimson ache, but then, I can't escape the feeling there's something else there. I look around, and then there's nothing. Nothing. I blink, I see them, faint at first, just lines, but it's unmistakable, repeated geometric shapes, traced in the sky, row after row of triangles, slowly scrolling past, and I can't explain it, but it's the most terrible thing I've ever seen. It's almost a relief to wake up and see the rain again. Log 199AB, breach event 399 sols. They've gone back to that wretched cave, every one of them. No one is listening to me. We can still build the hyperdrive, I know it. After that, flushing the salt out of the launch thrusters will be easy. Log 2001P, breach event 399 sols. We've all had the same dream, the same rambling, the teeth in the sky, those crystals. It's nonsense. There's nothing else down there. We've taken it all. But what can I do? Maybe I missed something. Maybe they're right. One last look won't hurt. Ooh, that's pretty creepy, right? So basically the entire crew is going nutso on him. They're kind of disappearing one by one on him, and he's left all alone, and they're all suffering some random nightmare, which is kind of odd. Here we go, boys and girls. Here's another thing for underneath the ocean. If you guys haven't seen this, these things right here, these submerged relics, these are hadal cores. If you pick one of these up and you're under the water, look at my oxygen over on the left side, my hazard protection oxygen, pick it up. It replenishes your oxygen so you don't run out. You can either get those or the kelp sacks. Those help you out. But what we want to do is we want to get a couple clams. I'll show you how to get these clams. See if there's any right here. I don't see any right next to us. What's that? That's 191. 175. Yeah, that one over there, that's closer to our ship, so we'll go to that one. Here, I want to show you guys, if you don't know how to get these clams, I mean, a lot of people have been shooting them. I don't do that. What I like to do, oh, that one's right below the ground, isn't it? Yes, it is. I'm not getting that one. Okay, let's look around. Where's our starship? Did I miss it? Okay. That's our starship, 40 seconds away. Let's do a little scan, see if we can find a clam. We'll find one here above the soil. A lot of these clams are below the soil. Here we go. Here's one. So what I like to do on mining these pearls, I use the Nautilus submarine, right? Yeah, I got 3,000 hours in this game, Dreadnought. You didn't know that? So I swim up to the living pearl. As you see, you hit the X button. Before, you used to have to swim up to these clams and shoot them with your laser beam, your mining beam. Check this out. This is how I learned, is to shoot them with the laser beam, and then they pop open, and then you grab the pearls out of it. Well, you take damage doing that. So what I like to do is just swim up to it. The hitbox now allows you to grab those out of it. Well, I messed this one up. There's so much stuff right here. Get all this stuff out of the way. There it is. Cool. Now we got that pearl. But that's how you get those out of it. Just swim up to the clam and hit your X button, and it'll pull the pearl out of it, and it won't give you any damage, so you don't get hurt, that kind of thing. There we go. Let's head back to our ship now, because you can see all the clams in the water. They got like a purple glow around them. So if you're ever looking and you can't find any, but I use the scanner inside the submarine, and it automatically lights those up. The little red exclamation points are the abyssal horrors. Those are those things around the buildings that we were hitting. Oh, that's my capital ship. Where's I going? I was going the wrong direction. Uh-oh. Dale's lost underneath the ocean. Look out. We could be swimming around down here for hours. Now I know how them people in those buildings, that crashed freighter, felt. They're all lost, didn't know where they're going. It's that space dementia stuff. But see, we collected just a few pearls already. I'm going to take this material and I'm going to throw this into the Nautilus submarine because I use it as a storage box for the most part. There we go. We'll take all these and throw those in there. Look, we picked up 6 hypnotic eyes. How much are those things worth? Look at that. That's 342,000 units right there, boys and girls. They're 57,000 units a piece. So if you need to make money, they're there. So just, there's all kinds of stuff to make money with underneath the ocean. So don't think you can't. It's there. I got a bunch of extra junk. We're going to start throwing this into our starship and our freighter, so I can make a little bit of room here. Look at there. Oh, that is so awesome. Hold on. That goes in the starship. We picked up a salvage frigate module out of that freighter that we're swimming around underneath the ocean with. This right here, this salvage frigate module will help you get your technology in your freighter. It'll help you get your your hyperdrives. It'll help you get your interstellar scanner. I installed the antimatter beam. This is the most important piece of technology for your freighter, folks. Get this first before you get your hyperdrives or your scanner, your planetary scanner, any of that stuff. Get this matter beam, because right now, anything in my exosuit like this mining beam, I can now throw that into my freighter. That matter beam allows me to do that. So now I can just chuck all this stuff in there and I don't need to store it in my backpack. And once it hits your freighter, if your freighter is in the same system as you, you're able to access the storage containers as well with that matter beam. So you can put all this stuff like this right here, this unstable gel. I can put that in a storage box. Kabloop, there it is. It's in the storage box and it's not jamming up my freighter. So get yourself that antimatter beam. It takes 8 salvage frigate modules, 8 of these things right here. That is the greatest piece of technology for anything, especially if you're out exploring on planets and looking around. All right, let's jump in, jump out. We got one more thing, I believe. Oh, let's return to the water. I forgot, boys and girls. I was trying to get out of here in a hurry. Epic Fails by Cobalt Dale. You guys saw it here first, folks. Now let's do the scanner one more time, because we're looking for some more survivors or whatever, but I don't think there's any survivors. Scan for the crew. You got to scan about 4 or 5 times. We've got to travel a little distance and scan again. Signal lock established. So we got one more location to go to. That's 6 minutes away by submarine. All right, let's head back to our starship. This is why I went to the starship. I jumped a step is what I did, boys and girls. Upvote the people. What you mean upvote the people? What peoples? There we go. Jump in, jump out. Let's use our starship. Hopefully we can get there before the storm hits and we can find a little place to land. Get our 15 seconds. See, this would have taken us 6 minutes by submarine to get over here. Hopefully we can get there before all the clouds and everything set in so we can't see. There we go. It's right there. Oh, perfect. Look at there. There's a little landing right here. Look, and the storm's just starting to pick up. That was perfect timing. Can't beat that with a stick, right? All right, now let's summon in our little Nautilus submarine again. Shkaboink. Here we go. Take the sub down to the building. There we go. 2 more abyssal horrors around the outside. Be careful you don't get attacked by these things. There we go. Perfect. And once we get done here, we'll get out. We'll head back to our settlement and hit that second phase. Whoo. Almost got killed again. You got to push that button pretty fast, man. You get so panicked out when those things are getting you. I hardly ever get stuck up on those things. Now that I'm showing you guys what not to do, don't do what I do. It'll get you killed. Okay, let's do some recharging here, boys and girls. Seems like the vignetting around the screen is getting pretty bad. Okay, we'll pick up all the little goodie boxes that we can. Stock transfer. There we go. Let's check out the computer and see what it's got to say. Log accessed. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Trapped. Subreactor leaking. It grabbed me, but they're dead now. Their eyes are all shut. I think my leg is broken. My hand hurts. If I can just find an air tank, I can still get back home. The recording continues, but it is just hours of scratchy silence, the static of the currents. I have a haunting sensation of being watched. I wonder who this crew really were. It seems I will never find out. And at this point, boys and girls, I get the helmet I am wearing right now, which is a sparse horizon helmet, which is what your reward. You get the blueprint for it to use it at the appearance modifier to change the look or the appearance of your character. So here, I'll turn around. You can't really see it, but the sparse horizon helmet is the one I use. I like it. And I've gotten it from the Dreams of the Deep quest line. So that's one of the cosmetics for the game. If you guys want to get the Sparse Horizon helmet and you can't find it, you have to complete the Dreams of the Deep quest line. And that concludes the Dreams of the Deep quest line, boys and girls. We finished that one, which is perfect. And we got the blueprints for building underwater bases. So we got all those materials now that we can build underwater bases. I showed you guys how to get some of the materials to protect yourselves and stuff from the underwater creatures. Let's see now. Let's go in to our log and we're going to go back to the settlers. We've got a few missions. This one's return to the mission agent. Return to the mission agent. Return. So we completed killing all those creatures by killing all those jellyfish in the water. So if you got kill creature missions, shooting all the jellyfish in the water when they're attacking you counts as killing creatures. Just so you guys are aware. Now we got the settlers to go back to in our settlement. So I'm going to jump in, jump out, make that little save. Let's take off. We'll head back up into space and we'll go back to our settlement real fast. And then we'll see what's going on there because we still got that landing pad that we're building at our settlement. So I think that would be phase 2. Whoops, there's a little jam up right there. So we'll be into phase 2 on that landing pad. Hopefully we can get that done. We'll start the construction on that and see if there's anything else going on. Ooh, a visitor has arrived at the settlement. So what do we got? Oh, we got somebody wanting to sell us some stuff. Let's see what he's got. Bargain for a relic for 850,000 units or give him 300 sodium. Let's give him the units. Those are easy to replace. What did we get? Let's go into our inventory. Whoops. Is it in our starship? Yes, it is. So we gave him 850,000 units for a 214,000 unit relic. We got robbed, boys and girls. That guy scammed us. We got scammed. You like using the Minotaur underwater? Yeah, I do too. But it seems to me like he's a little bit slower under the water. I mean, they've really done some work on the Minotaur. As for speed, agility, and things like that, the way he turns around. I know the Nautilus seems kind of clunky. The way the view is, I really do hate the camera on the Nautilus. It should be in a third-person view instead of showing you from underneath when you're landing and things like that. But if you actually soup up the Nautilus with engine modules and booster modules, that thing moves through the water just like you're flying in a ship. It can be actually pretty quick. Okay, now we're back to our base. Let's jump down to the settlement. Here we go. Don't forget, once you get here, hit that save beacon because we got something going on. Let's see what this guy's got to say. We're going to check our settlement status first. We're still losing 156,000 units. Our sentinel alert's only 16%, so we're doing good. Happiness and citizenry are really low. Okay, let's check out the visitor and see what they got to say now. Settler Emosh, I don't even know how to pronounce that dude's name. Settler has fled another settlement, citing the tyranny of its overseer. They claim to be highly skilled as a botanist. They stare, expecting their boast to speak for itself. So at this point, boys and girls, we can take this guy and you can see what he does. It removes built-on sand, which is an ill effect for our settlement, and adds us a veteran botanist, which takes and gives us a green icon instead of one of the red ones. It gives us a +1 population, but we're losing another 10,000 units a day. The unknown outcome, I don't know what that is. That could be an ill effect. He could come back and attack our settlement later and hurt people or whatever, or force settlers out. Me personally, I'm going to accept him because, like I said, that affects our settlement status in this direction. So we go into our settlement status. Look, now we've got 3 green and 3 red. So we've got a veteran botanist. We've got a mercenary. Those 2 guys came to our settlement to help us out. So we got 2 new green effects. Everything else was red when we first started. So we're doing better. Eventually that's going to pay off and it's going to help with our productivity and that kind of stuff. Look at productivity is 255,000 a day now, boys and girls. So current debt will be gone in 4 hours and 21 minutes. That's perfect because we picked up. There, we'll hit that save. Let's see, where is that? Where is it? It's right over here. We got to come over here to the landing pad and we'll finish this landing pad. This will be the 3rd phase, I do believe. 3 aronium, boys and girls. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just started using the Minotaur now, Rico. I mean, it really makes a difference when it comes to how you upgrade one of your exocraft. I like to upgrade them all. I use certain exocraft for certain things, but now that I've realized that the Minotaur is used for killing sentinels, that's a perfect piece of equipment, and I'll probably start using it a lot more. Yeah, they all hold about the same thing. But look, we need 3 aronium. Let's go into our inventory. Whoops. We don't have any aronium. Let's see if we have the recipe to build it. Otherwise, we have to buy aronium, boys and girls. We might have some in our storage box, but I doubt it. So we're going to have to go buy some aronium. You can either pick it up at the space station or at a galactic trade terminal. So let's fly back over here. We'll use this. We'll go up. We'll use the teleporter and we'll go to the space station and see if we can't find some aronium. So let's go to space stations. Go to the current system. If they don't have any there, then we'll go to another space station because I know they sell it. It's either lemium or aronium usually. All right, Delta Creator, you have a great night too. I didn't see you say goodbye. I apologize. You have a great night and sleep well, and thank you for tuning in. If you guys haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I know I'm not the greatest content creator, but I try to explain everything that I've learned through the game. Let's see. They don't have any aronium. They got some tritium for our starship, so I'll buy a little bit of that. Let's pick up a little bit of copper as well. We don't need any pugnium. Do we have anything to sell? Let's go into our starship and see if there's anything in there to get rid of. I don't see anything. Oh, we got some vector compressors. We'll get rid of those. That was 326,000. That was nice. The relics, I like to keep the relics and the effigies. I'll start using those. There's organic catalyst. That's $1 million right there. We picked that up off that sunken freighter. That's nice. Multi-tool expansion slots. So we picked up quite a bit of stuff. But what we're doing is we're waiting for some starships to come in. Hopefully a few of them will show up here shortly. Once they start coming in, let's go see if we can buy some aronium off of one of the traders. Ooh, there's a Warpiper core for us. We can pick that up. We'll put that in our starship. Let's see what we can donate. See the Hadal cores. I'm going to donate those. I really don't need them. Oh, look, there's a relic. We'll get rid of that. We'll give them the 3 Hadal cores. The storm crystals, I'm not getting rid of those. I'm keeping those. Exosuit upgrade charts, we don't need those. I'll give them that too. That increases our standing with the guild. Look at there. Now we got another level in the guild, in the Explorers Guild. So now we can buy some oxygen. Perfect. Cool. So we're moving along in the Explorers Guild. I don't see any ships coming. That's not a good sign. So what we're going to do, boys and girls, we're going to use a portal. And we're going to jump to another space station. Let's see. Space stations. These are all in the Euclid. I guess that's what we're going to have to do. Let's go here. We'll hit the first one in the list and see if we can't find some uranium in one of these places, because we need to pick up a little bit of it. Right? Part of the game is learning. Yeah. I mean, I like this. This is my favorite game. I mean, when I first started playing games, I was on the Apple computer back when Apple first came out, and that was back in what? Late 70s, early 80s. I learned computer programming and things like that on the first Apples, and started on an Atari entertainment system, which, you know, Pong and Tank was my very first games I ever played in video games. To no uranium or anything here either. Oh, this is starting to depress me. Hopefully there's some ships or something that'll come in. But my favorite games, I started playing The Elder Scrolls when the Arena came out. The Elder Scrolls games, I started playing back when Arena was out. Then I played Morrowind. Then I played Oblivion. And then I played Skyrim. Skyrim was the greatest improvement they did to the Elder Scrolls in the Elder Scrolls line. And then they came out with Fallout 4. That was a great game line as well. Those are my favorite games. Elder Scrolls Online, yeah, they introduce you to the entire Tamriel world, but they're really not doing that game any justice by doing that. That's just a money grab kind of thing to me. I'm not impressed with it. Ooh, that's a nice looking heavy fighter. Look at it. It's blue. What class is it? It's a B class. That's all right. We're not here for the ship. We are here for the uranium. If we could find one of these guys selling uranium, would it be perfect? Let's see if we can get some. It's going to be a long search, boys, girls. I already see it coming. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna change quest lines, see if that makes a difference, so these guys start carrying the materials I'm looking for. Sometimes that makes a difference. If you switch your quest for something that you're looking for, it will spawn a lot quicker. They don't have any uranium. Look, there's some tritium, though. We'll get that for our starship. He didn't have what we need. So what we need to do is either go to the space anomaly, which I'm starting to see as a good possibility. Yep, that's a little disappointing. Ooh, look at there, Star Wolf. Nice. Yeah, I loved Oblivion. Oblivion was great. I loved the Thieves Guild. There's uranium. See what I'm saying? You change what you're looking for. Let's pick up some uranium. I want that and some ionized cobalt. We definitely need that. And some dihydrogen jellies. I'm going to pick up 10, 20 of those. And then look at this. Plus 14% for uranium. So we're going to pick up 3 of those bad boys. Whew, that's a lot of money, boys and girls. Let's see. Anything else we need to pick up? No. That's good for now. But I've got probably 5,000 hours into Skyrim. I put a lot of time into that game. I've got over 3,000 hours into Fallout 4. I've been playing these games for a long time. You know, everybody says, ain't you got anything better to do than play video games? Yeah, I probably do. But you know what? Video games save me money. I save lots of money by staying home and playing my video games. I could be out clubbing. I could be out spending money, getting tickets, going to jail, that kind of stuff. It saves me a lot of money by playing video games. And I just like to share what I learn about playing video games with you guys. I hope you guys like it. I'm sure if you didn't, you wouldn't be here watching me stream right now. I try to do my best. Yeah, I love Skyrim. The DLCs are the best. Some of the DLCs are pretty good, but as soon as they started charging for some of those little side quests and things, I just kind of got turned off on Skyrim. It's just the way they changed it and made it into a microtransaction kind of system. It just wasn't for me anymore, and I'm just not happy with the way they're doing it. Okay, where's that thing at? Let's switch the quest back, boys and girls. I forgot to do that. Now that we've got our Aronium, that we can go take care of, and that'll be phase 3 of our landing pad. As you can see, our starship already lands there, so this will be the last thing. As I said, in all construction projects in your settlement, they will require some type of, because this is phase 3 on this landing pad, it needs Aronium. That's the high end of it, is having Aronium or Lemium or something like that. It's always some exotic. Sometimes it requires maybe like some indium or something like that. But look, that only takes an hour to complete that. And that's a long time from now. I'm not going to be sitting here another hour waiting for that landing pad to get done. So once we got that installed and that's going, let's head back over to our mayor's office. We're going to hit the save beacon. And let's head up to our base because let's check our settlement status. So we're making money. We're making extra money now, boys and girls. So we're really doing a good job. So, yeah, we're going to be in the positive in 4 hours. So we'll be making products. Settlement productivity has increased and debts are reducing. Debt will now be automatically repaid over time. So if we can get more of these green markers in here, that means the more money we'll be making, especially with settlement construction and the things that are coming into our settlement. That will help us out. So let's head back upstairs to our base up top. Whoops, where is it? Lesto base. We're going to need to change the base, the name of the base here. Yeah, I'm not interested in the pay to play kind of things, but I do like what was it when you got the backpacks? I like that. When you got the Mages Guild scrolls and new spells and stuff, that was all pretty awesome too. Let's throw down, whoops, I don't want to throw down that save beacon. Let's throw down this save beacon. Color this one blue and white. There we go. Perfect. So now we got all that going. We got this base working pretty good. We got a bunch of stuff here. Not a big deal. Let's come outside. We're going to hit this thing to call in our ship since it's still sitting down there. Wow, you can see it from up here. You can see the you can see the landing pad where our ship is. But let's call this in. What do you mean? Can you fix your car if it dies? Right? Yeah, I don't mind paying for build parts. Yeah, see, I've never played Lego Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite. I've 75 gigabytes, 80 gigabytes for that game. Yeah, plus all the little cosmetic packs and stuff that they sell. Yeah, I just haven't done it. I'm not into a first-person shooter type of game. I mean, Fallout 4 was my extent of a first-person shooter type game. So is Skyrim. I mean, I tried Call of Duty long time ago when it first came out. Wasn't impressed with it. I'm more of a real-time strategy game kind of player role-playing games, those kinds of things. I like simulator games. I just bought a new game, you guys. It's called Car Manufacturer. I'll probably be streaming either Friday or Saturday evening. I will be streaming that game. If you guys want to check it out, let me know in the comments if you guys have seen that game or if you've heard of it. I'll be doing a live stream this weekend, so you guys can check that out. The wifey's leaving, so I'm going to be playing games online. She's going to go on a little vacation. She's going to go visit the grandbabies up north, and that'll be great. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this is where I'm going to call it. We've been playing for about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'm a little tired. I want to spend a little time with the wifey before she takes off. She's going to be leaving tomorrow. So, yeah, I want to call it here. If you guys enjoyed this stream, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you guys don't see something that I'm doing, let me know in the comments. Even after the stream, for all you guys that are content creators, I'll throw out your links in my description of the video. This way people can come check you out as well. I appreciate all that. And if you guys got any comments, anything like that, let me know. If I can do something different, maybe improve the stream a little bit so you guys can enjoy it or whatever, drop me a line. I've got a link to my Discord in the description of the video. So if you guys want to join my Discord, I'm trying to get that up and going. I need some moderators. I need people to help me along with that so we can make it a little bit more active for everybody like you. And yeah, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. But until then, you guys, stay safe, stay sexy, and peace out.